We are live, people. What's up? What's going on?
RWO, we is live.
For live. We ain't got a single fucking person in here yet, but we don't care. So I was going to announce out my sponsors that like just kind of happened. Like boom, 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 boom. Holy shit! I got three sponsors, but we're going to wait till some people roll in. I got a little write up, that I wanted to read for card, for show. Like at least appreciate them. Not go like Texoma. Thanks for sponsoring. Green Line Morrison J. You're cool. Thanks for sponsoring. And my brother,
Damn it, I send that.
Fat Jack Sauces on Facebook. He's also sponsored. We're going to do better than that. So I got a little rate up. We're going to get into it here a little later when some people roll in. So what's up, guys?
I'm chilling in the dark tonight.
In the dark.
Ken, just make a little video shouting out all your sponsors and you play that like.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that, making a video that I could play. But in the meantime, I'm going to read some. But we got some people rolling in. Snake Serpents, how's it going, buddy? Look, I even got their logos on the side. I'm moving up in the world. I'm learning some things. Justin, how's it going? My Animal House. What's up, dude? Speak of one of my
shirt,
sponsors,
Justin,
Green
where's
Line
my
Jay.
shirt?
That's my
What
homie.
up, Jay?
What up? Synergy Morse. What up, dude? Y'all know how I feel about Dave. That dude is a good dude.
Cool, dude.
How you guys doing today?
It's almost Friday.
Yeah, it's Thursday. I mean, it's kind of a thirsty one, but
It's football season too, so
right.
NFL in college, so.
So, like, the topic I kind of wanted to bring up today. Have you guys seen these reports that happened in July about groups of pythons being found in like people's yards and in their cars crossing the street? You seen about that?
I mean, probably. I mean, I saw that, and then on my YouTube feed, that one guy that gets all the views but has like no subscribers comparable to his viewership.
Right.
Videos because he has some hot takes. I saw that come across and I watched for a little bit. I don't think it's some deep state thing. I think it's just a bunch of assholes in the community offloading their stuff because.
Great adventure. Thanks for coming in. Like I kind of think that too, but it's kind of funny that we don't see none of this like ever. And then all of a sudden they're putting this Lucy Act, in play again. And now all of a sudden we got two instances in Florida and one in near Pittsburgh of all places.
Oh, I mean,
I just think it's kind of funny.
It's a couple times a year we have an alligator or two or something found in Pennsylvania. It's legal to buy it, and you have some idiot that buys it and some vendor that sells it to that idiot. And it's an American alligator. It gets big. Stan knows how big they are. He's in Florida, where they live. Right. And then you can't get rid of it through an ethical means, so he just tosses it in the Schuylkill or wherever, and it's like, that's dumb. It's in the private chat. But yeah, I think it's just idiots.
That was the wrong chat, Stan. You put it in the private chat and back. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, you put it in the wrong chat, Stan. But I've heard about a gator being found like over near Pittsburgh. But I don't know where you're talking about, Jay. But there was one found in PA. I mean, there are some ignorant people out there. And what I kind of want to do as a community is I want to see those snakes. Like, show those snakes to the community and see if we recognize them, because all snakes are unique. Like, how many figure eights does it have? Like, and I guarantee freaking we could find one or two of those like 30 or 40 snakes that was let go on Morph Market somewhere.
I mean, even if you have a picture of it, it's got to be like a similar enough picture to do a Google reverse lookup.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to.
I'm optimistic, though.
No, I just think that we have to, obviously say, never do that and have, ethical places for people to rehome these animals when they get in too deep or, they're just idiots or whatever. Vandenberg's, that doesn't surprise me. That's where Hamburg is. You can buy one there. And that's been one of my big things. Yes, in Pennsylvania, it's the Wild West. You can get almost
anything.
But at the same time, from a breeder and a vendor side, we have to be responsible about it. I don't like that big table that they have like an entire corner where it's all imported stuff, and
Yeah,
they're going to take.
I know what you're talking about.
And the thing's going to die. They're not going to really tell you how to take care of it. They're just happy to take your cash or whatnot. But I do think we need to crack down on that sort of thing. Maybe if the guy's been coming to your show for 30 years, I mean, you're not going to be like, no, don't come here anymore. It's money. They're spending a lot of money at your show and whatnot. But I do think we need to be better, especially for people that work with like a single species of animal. It's be picky. If something doesn't feel right, don't just sell the snake for a quick buck.
Right?
Hey, what kind of ask the questions. Don't just be like, oh, some snake just shit right behind me.
Snake fart.
Oh, I don't know which one that is, but that's a big one. That really got me distracted from my point. But I mean, ask the right questions.
Well, we take tubs. We'll take tubs with us to shows, and I mean, we'll have the holes in them and everything for them. A sufficient size tub for the ones we're selling, just in case they don't have anything and they're on a whim. And I can say, go get a thermostat and a heat pad. What I mean? Until you get whatever you need. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
I'm definitely gonna talk to them though. Yeah, for sure.
Chances are
there's definitely a lack of integrity around
stuff that you would need for that enclosure. Be like, if you don't have it, well, go over there and buy it, and then I'll sell it to you. Don't just be like, yeah, I'll buy it right now. And it's like, it might be a $20 normal, but still, I want to ask this question, make sure a steak that I produce is going to an environment where it's not going to come. If it's going to be a pet, it's going to be a pet. That's fine, but I don't want to see it on on social media somewhere. This thing's all like stuck, shed, and malnourished, and it's like, what do I do? And then my name gets roped in because I sold it to them, and they didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Right.
Number one thing: always give them your email and your phone number. Any animal you ever sell, and you tell them, if you need help, call me. I'll do. We do whatever we can.
Right. I'm not going to let someone buy an animal off me without wanting to stay in touch with them. I mean, maybe 10 years down the line, it'll be like, maybe I stop talking to a few people because I plan on having a lot of customers. But
well, I mean, if somebody
what up, bro?
I got a random I just happen to be up for whatever reason, really stupid early in the morning.
Good, bro.
On Facebook, asking somebody, or somebody was asking me, how do I identify lace? They must have seen me post the, reel or whatever of the lace boy I have, and I'm like,
right.
I really don't know because I only have one. This is what you have to look for. Ask, the breeder, give that advice, and I give that for, for free. But people ask me stuff all the time, and if I know the answer, I'm going to give it. But if I don't, I'm going to refer it to somebody.
In the single form of blade that I've seen, the only or lace, I mean not blade, lace that I've seen like in a single form, it almost kind of looks hypo itself. Like it definitely has that like depth look to it.
Now, when I bought mine, he was in
How's
shed.
it going, Tammy?
He was in shed, and I didn't realize it, and I was like, is this mislabeled? And I really couldn't.
What's up, Tammy?
Well, but when I got it home, I was like, yeah, okay, I can see,
right,
doilies and whatnot on the bottom, the side gut, if you will. And then it shed like 2 days later. It's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that was a good call. $65.
But when you look at it, how hypos, like, they just stand out, like all lines of hypo. It looks like it almost is a hypo because it's like a normal that has the checkering on across the bottom, of course, but it's just overall pattern kind of pops just a little more.
Yeah, if he wasn't so food aggressive, I'd bring him out, but I don't want to get bit.
I'm getting ready to pick that lace het orange ghost dude up, and he's going to go to quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, lace is popular. You can put it just about anything. Right?
Yeah, just about anything, but
it'll probably sell. I was just shocked at the sticker price because like, there's no way.
Next year, I want to put it to the mahogany Mojave het clown het hypo, unless I hit some. I don't know. It won't. If I hit a baby, it won't be ready. But I want to get some other genes in it and other recessives.
Yeah. I mean, I have him until I have better things. It was just the price was. Yeah, it's a boy. I checked when I got home. But for the price, it was like, I sell pastels more expensive than this. Yeah, I'll take it for that price.
Until I read that whole statement, Tammy, I was like working on crocheting a baby blanket. Like I suck at spelling, and that did not look like crocheting until I seen the rest of the sentence. But I think I nailed the second clutch of this pieds too, guys. Like I'm getting pretty excited. I think I hit a panda pied, an all white one. But I think I nailed it. I think I hit it. I got an all white snake.
That's a hell of a thing to do your first year.
I mean, I could have made like blue-eyed Lucy's or something like that, but like
we took the route of like normals and pastels and shit and built up to the pinnacle, our pinnacle. You know, I don't know. we just tried to go for whatever we could get.
Whoa.
She got home a little late. We had to still finish dinner and everything. So
you're all good. You're all good. You're never late here. You're always
boy.
Exactly on time.
Heck yeah.
You gotta eat earlier on Thursdays.
Right. What's up, Stan? What's up, Nick?
What's up, brother?
What's up, Kent?
What's good?
How's it going, dude?
Pretty
What
good.
up? Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely.
So I kind of think we're all here, and there's some people in the chat, but I've been gaining some sponsors somehow. I mean, I ain't really been like out there pushing and fighting for it, but Green Line Morphs, started it. We had a conversation one night. He was like, sponsor, bam. Today I got his like first sponsor payment in the form of VE 100 thermostat for my incubator, so I ain't got to worry about that cheap piece of shit. So that takes a lot of just like worry off me, and that's awesome. And he's sending more stuff. I mean, that dude's a great sponsor. And then Holly, she's going to be making our entrance videos and stuff, and she made my logo. She just does all my artwork, so she's also a sponsor. And then my brother just started recently making sauces, and he's been working in a kitchen for like 30 years. And he has this like sauce Bible. And like, so he said he'd sponsor me. He's sending me some free sauces. So if you're like into barbecue and all that, he's got some really good shit. It's called Fat Jack Sauce on Facebook. Check it out.
Fuck yeah.
I love really good
vinaigrette barbecue sauces. I like them vinaigrette barbecue sauces.
He's got a couple different types. He's got like a spicy pickle that's awesome. He's got a Korean barbecue that is just like out of this world. He's got like this habanero peach shit, dude. It's on point. His stuff is on point. You will not be disappointed. Guarantee it.
Bottles.
He will too. He will.
I'm telling you, if you like smoking food and into barbecue and all that, because that's what he does. He spent like $1,000 on one of them green eggs. I went and bought one of these $250 pellet things. He's like, no, that thing's crap. You got to do it this way. And I don't know. I can do it my way. I ain't doing all that.
Right.
But he does good shit.
So expensive. I'd rather spend my money on snakes.
Yeah, well, that was my point. I'm not going to spend $1,000 on a green egg. I'm going to spend $250 on a cheap one, and I'm going to go buy a snake.
You're damn right. Hopefully make me some money down the road.
All right.
We're about to drop some money on some fucking frozen wraps from Rodent Pro tonight. I hate to do it, but
have you tried cold-blooded?
yeah, I mean, I've tried a couple places. I mean, even Rodent Pro has its flaws, but Rodent Pro, I get the discount code off of Nerds videos.
Okay.
I was going to say, Cold Blood Cafe, Adam gives a discount code from Proper Royals on the Cold Blood Cafe. I don't know if you want to try to run them both and see what's cheaper for you or not, but I know people are pretty satisfied with Adam's stuff. They keep using it.
I feel it's all pretty fucking, pretty much the same. The only time you get lucky is when you get like 20-something hatchlings and they got deals for rat pups and shit like that.
What up, Bosa?
You can get a big ass bag for $30.
My brother.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have that issue. They're just in the next room.
I always look at cold blooded.
Justin, you feed him frozen or you feed him live, Justin?
I kind of do like probably like 25% of my collections.
That's why I appreciate you, Jay.
And the rest on frozen thawed. I do cold blooded, but I'm kind of trying to do slowly swap over. I got Blake with Blacklist Exotics. It actually stays like probably 3 minutes down the road from me, and he runs a lot of ASF, so I could just literally hip, skip, and a hop, and I'm there and grab what I need.
Oh yeah.
Well, everybody knows how I feel about frozen thawed, and I have to say I got 20 babies right here next to me, and only all of them but 2 are eating frozen thawed. So it can be done, kids. It can fucking be done.
Yes, it can.
Everybody watching that was hating on me about frozen thawed, whatever they was doing to me. Fuck that. You can do it. Put your mind to it.
I think you can switch it over pretty quickly, but for me, I've had better luck with just establishing getting that feeding response, and then.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, tomorrow or Saturday, I'm buying 20 live to throw in there. I mean, I'm gonna feed whatever's readily available to me,
right?
Until my shit comes in from Rodent Pro. But I mean, that usually takes a week. But they will do it, and it's an awesome ass feeling. You know what I mean?
Right. I hate to say it, I get a little tipsy and wait till like probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I just start trying a bunch on frozen thawed, and I'll be surprised at how many hit. They will hit.
I've noticed in the dark, like they love it dark. Like if you turn the fucking lights off and you can't hardly even see, you have to have like a candle or something, but they love that.
What up, Camilla?
I feel like, but once you get them to do it, that like 2 times, 1 time, I mean, it's like every 3 or 4 days, boom, 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 boom.
I mean, I got one. As long as this is the right smell and the right temperature, regardless of what the hell it is, they'll eat it.
Yeah. Well, we feed quail, chicks, rats, mice. We feed all kind of shit. The only thing we really don't feed is hamsters and gerbils and stuff because they're way too expensive. So I don't do that. But we feed all kind of shit.
This is gonna date me. But I had
frozen when you do frozen thawed, it's easier to feed a bunch of different shit. You know what I mean? Because you can breed rats, a shit ton of rats, but if they don't eat frozen thawed, they'll never get to eat a chick or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever the hell else you wanted to feed it. That's I guess a mammal or a feather.
So I got like the worst phone call for a snake breeder at about 6:30 that you can get. My rat guy called me and said that his air conditioner went out while he was out of town, and he lost like 80% of his rats. So I'm going, oh, fuck. And he's like, no, dude, don't worry. The guy that got me started has hundreds of extras. I'm going there tomorrow. How many you need? And I'm like, ching, back in it, baby. So I tell you what, the people that I've met in this hobby, like, are awesome. Just all you guys, like, we help each other out. Like, this is just the shit.
Easier to breed your own rats, man. Easier to breed your own.
Yeah, you're right. But right now, I don't want it in my fucking house. I'm sorry. I tried one clutch and it was stanky.
Fire and pray they don't get out.
Yeah, but what? All right. So what was you breeding? You was breeding Norwegians, huh?
No, ASFs, and it was still stanky.
I don't understand
you gotta clean it out like all the time.
I was cleaning it like once every 3 days.
All that. I was cleaning my rack once a week, and it, bros, like.
But then again, I was doing it in tubs. If I would build a rack system,
I was doing mine in tubs in a rack. I built my own rack.
My thing is, I don't want them to get out. I don't give a fuck about the smell. I got fucking 50, 60 snakes and
go to the bathroom in the same corner every single time. Once they use
I will notice that ASF kind of did go in the same. Yeah,
all the time.
He's got a point.
All the time. Yeah. I built my rack, and I mean, I've had a couple small escapees from ASFs, but other than that, if there anything's bigger than a hopper, they can't get out, bro.
Dude, I had to line
a full size of it.
I had to line the side of it with sheet metal. Because them motherfuckers were killing it.
PVC, it's clean, easy to wipe down, no wood, super easy to clean.
It's
on
actually
wheels, you can roll it around.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I got a little lady in town that like just does a little bit. She only takes care of a few breeders, and I'm one of the guys. And she reached out to me. He's like, I'm ready to get rid of all my ASFs. So I hit up Patrick with Gross and Balls because he's like 30 minutes from me. probably 25. And I'm like, hey man, like I get all these rats, and he's like, I got extra rack space. If you want to bring
I
them
can
up,
raise my hand.
extra ones. And I was like, let's do it, you know. So that'll be my little side stock that I don't have.
Hell yeah! Did you get them from Rachel?
No, it's Teresa is her name.
Yeah,
her name's Teresa.
Okay.
But she's got a Riverside area. If you know, you're familiar with my time. So
yeah. I mean, I used to get from a lady named Rachel up there. She used to deliver to like 5 different spots, come all the way down to St. Augustine and meet me.
Heck yeah.
We got a guy here that does that in the whole state of Alabama. That's who I get my live from. I meet him in the Montgomery, Alabama, and he just keeps driving with all these fucking rats in his car.
Bang.
But he's been doing it. He's an old
because she was willing to get out, so we slipped in with her guy, and now instead of paying her crazy price, we pay half the price.
That's how you do it. I hate to say it. I mean, you work the
we
system.
slipped. She wanted to get out. She gave up his number. We called, and he was like, hell yeah, I'll take, all right, half the price. Sweet. And it's less drive for me, too.
Heck yeah.
That's
See,
awesome.
that's how it works. That's kind of how
The win-win.
2 minutes
from Blacklist.
Yeah, from Blacklist. And he's like 2 minutes away from me. So it's like, bro, literally,
he's
I can ride my bike if I wanted to.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
It just takes more. If you're breeding ASFs personally, it takes more of a collection of ASFs.
True.
Than if you're doing Norries, because Norries do grow a lot faster.
Yes.
And
they breed faster too. ASFs will take you probably 3 months to get a clutch. Maybe like
once they start going, though, it's on.
Yeah, once they start going, it's on. I'll say that.
As fast as a litter is out, there's another litter in there.
Right. I don't got to worry about it. We can't have ASF. We're not allowed to have ASF in Alabama, so it don't matter.
They're field mice, brother. They're field mice.
I don't even want to do it. I'm kind of like Ken. I mean, yeah, that's the goal. Everybody that breeds snakes, it's easier to breed them and do it yourself. That's the goal. Save a lot of money that way for sure.
You have to supplement.
But like right now, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it right now.
I will say, Nick, that I can tell you the difference with the frozen thawed. My snakes on the frozen thawed, I feed them frozen thawed and all that. But compared to my ASF snakes that take ASF, my ASF snakes grow way quicker than my frozen thawed snakes. I will have to say. They literally jump up, skyrocket, and that nutrition from the ASF, it's kind of like, it trips me out. It's like, wow, I really see the big difference.
You should do a study, man. Take 2 snakes. You can do male and female, whatever. That'd be awesome if you did it and like research that to see if one or the other has a difference.
Right.
Like a for real scientific study. That would be badass. If I had ASFs and I could get them live, they're just way too expensive for me to get frozen.
Right.
And I'm not, I don't know.
Does
the ASF get as big?
Crossbreed an Ori with an ASF.
Does a ASF get as big?
No.
I mean, they can get pretty big, like maybe 100 grams, 120 grams.
Yeah, but them Norwegians get freaking huge. Like
yeah. But I'm saying, like,
adult there, you need a blood or something.
Let's say a medium rat, a medium regular old fucking backyard.
I don't think they would get as big as a medium. I think they'd get around as big as a small.
Yeah. A large small, I would say.
A bigger small.
Exactly.
But I will say this though, like when I was feeding my snakes ASFs, like that I was feeding, and I had just your run-of-the-mill feed. It was nothing special, and I was mixing it with dog food, and I was giving them black sunflower seeds. And I was picking all the red dog food out because y'all said the red dye could hurt your snake. So it wasn't getting no red dog food. It was just the brown looking chunks. And I think it had a lot to do not with the ASF to Norwegian, but I think it had to do with like how healthy the rats were to my Norwegians. I don't think they were anywhere near the product that I'm getting now. But when I switched over to this guy's rats that I get them off of, my snakes like hell, doubled in growth, like from 600 to 1,200 in 3 months.
Dude, that's definitely a big.
Yeah, they went whoop. I didn't think it was going to make breeding season, and all of a sudden I'm like, this one's 1,250. I think I'm going to pair her. This one's, they was laying on their sides. They was showing signs of building, and they was, in between 1,150 and 1,300 grams. So,
or they just eating regularly, and you're feeding appropriate sized prey. I mean, there's a lot of variables.
They have growth.
Here's what
I will say I'm feeding bigger prey now.
My thought is if you're breeding rodents, right, and you feed your rodents more beta carotene in their diet, right, should keep the vibrant color in your snakes more vibrant. Because if you think about flamingos, if they don't have beta carotene in their diet, flamingos don't stay pink; they turn white.
They get that from the shrimp.
So what's that?
They get that from the shrimp they're eating.
I like that a lot.
Right. Because you got it. They need the beta carotene. So if you think about it in theory, if you're feeding your rodent something, carrot shreds, that's beta carotene, right? So if you feed them more veggies with beta carotene, it should keep, in theory, and I'm not saying I'm right, but it should keep your snakes a little more vibrant because they're getting more beta carotene in their diet. And I mean, I could be wrong. But that's just my thought.
Hey, you know what? It's little things like that. If you try and it works, then, keep that between you and your friends. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
If
That's
you
why
try and you don't, then no harm, no foul.
Shit. I've been wanting to do like experiments, not like cut nothing open, but like keeping log sheets of different, like, I don't know, fucking white rats and black rats. Who gives a shit? It's going to take me 10 minutes a day every feeding to do that. So,
if you have a here, for instance, as much as everybody, wants to bash on pastel, but if you have a pastel and they're both normal, right? You feed one regular rodents and one with rodents to have more beta carotene, you should be able to see as they're shedding if one's staying lighter than the other. I mean, you should be able to tell.
Stuff like that
100%.
is interesting, but we just have to do it. I've been thinking about doing something like that, like keeping a log. So I'll keep y'all informed. I'm not going to do no beta carotene because I don't even know what that is, but I'll do something. I've been wanting to do something.
Come on, Nick.
Like mice,
carrots, bro. Same thing as a carrot. Beta carotene, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's in carrots, like carrots.
What's up, Doc?
Yep.
What's up, Doc?
You got it.
Make some carrot puree and shove it in your rat's ass.
Well, I used to put. You just put. So every time I would feed him, if I was feeding, and not so much the regular food, because I was using the food that was coming from Ocala from Savage Constrictors. But like when I was giving the black sunflower seeds, I would give them baby spinach once in a while. I'd give them shredded carrots every single time I was feeding my ASFs. And as soon as I stopped feeding them carrots and the black sunflower seeds, the females would slow down on their breeding. As soon as I started giving it back to them, the females would pick up on their breeding again. Every single time.
All right.
Maybe it was like
it's a little wild,
seasonal change to them. Like in the certain times of the year, shit's blooming and they're eating
dry fruits. Dry fruits are good for them.
Initiated like a changing of the season in their enclosure, so that's pretty.
I mean, even with the dry fruits, I'd give them dried banana slices, dried apple slices, just extra stuff, because if it's dried already, it's going to last for a while. It's not like it's going to rot. If you get, you give them something fresh, it's going to rot in a few hours or the day. And you're cleaning it out. But if you're giving them already dried out banana chips, apple slices, that's giving them extra, and it gives it strengthening them up too. Because hey, go make yourself a smoothie. Throw some in there. Don't forget the hemp seed. Put in the hemp seed.
It's kind of like
I got the hemp seed coming.
Standard field mice. So like what would field mice's best vegetable that they're gonna eat the most in the fields? Look up online like what most vegetables do mice like what crop fields do mice take over?
Right.
Well, I'm gonna probably assume only from living up north, it's gonna be a lot of clover.
Clover.
Huh.
That's living up north. Now down here, and I mean, I don't see too many rodents running around down here. Up north, there's a lot of farmland, so they're pretty abundant. They're all over the place.
Yeah, we got rats.
I don't know,
running through the woods.
And the soybeans.
I mean, they're not rats, but they're field mice. They're mice that are in the fields that are go hide in barns. They're small. They're just gray. They're just your normal old mouse.
Right.
They're not like the fancy colored mice that we buy.
Right.
About the vanilla extract, I mean that's been going around a while. I mean, I've heard some good things about it. I've heard some failures with it. I mean, it's something to try. Like putting the vanilla extract drop.
What about giving your snakes Reptile-Aid?
Reptile-Aid
builds up their immune set. Builds up their. It's almost like Da Vinci boa. Builds up their immune system and gets them hungry.
I couldn't remember what that was called. I'm glad you said that again because I was after that show that day. I forgot, of course. And then the other day I was like, man, what was that stuff Stan was talking about? Reptile. I'm writing it down.
It's not bad for the smaller snakes. For the smaller snakes, I want to say it's like $20-some a bottle. And for larger snakes, I want to say it's maybe close to 26 to 30, something like that.
Right.
Because they have two different sizes. One for like juvenile up to, I think it's like 250 grams. And then the next size is like 250 gram to full size adult.
Nick, since you don't like feeding live, would you ever consider feeding the Reptilinks?
I mean, we've thought about it, but I'm just going to be honest. They're not affordable. It's not like efficient for my pocket. They're really like, we was going to get them for different animals we've had, and we still do have like lizards and shit, but it's too expensive. I mean, and it's a snake. I'm not going to feed a snake a hot dog. I mean, it's really Reptilinks in particular is very expensive. And if you have like a monitor or something, it'll put you in the fucking poorhouse trying to feed it, that, because that does have everything in it. I mean, it has you could feed it that every feeding and it would be fine, but it's really expensive. So I don't know, but I would never feed a snake Reptilinks just because I'm not going to buy it.
You're going to send it with a rat rodent anyway, unless it's a hog nose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen some snakes eat it, like snakes that eat fish, any kind of like, I guess, garter snake or anything like that. I've seen them eat that shit, but like, I don't know, man. It's weird to me. I don't understand the point of it,
I can see certain animals, but not
don't want to feed live.
Right.
Friends don't let friends feed Reptilink. That's what I've heard.
Well, I'm not against feeding live. Like, I think that's a misconception that people have about me and us.
You would prefer not to feed live.
No, well, yeah, I mean, me personally, but my whole thing is filming it. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. I don't like that. So, but yeah, I feed live. Like I said, Saturday, I'm going to get 20 live rat pups. You know what I mean? And it sucks. It is what it is. But these snakes they're not going to eat sausage links. Let's just be honest.
Right.
I mean,
live makes them feel like they're still in nature.
Not doing video on killing the rats. I like that a lot. I feel you on that a lot. Like that. It's like
we all know what it looks like.
Right.
Like
I hate it all anyway too. I mean, I hate that.
But we're just animal lovers.
But so that's what it boils down to. It's like I just want them all to be okay.
We all are.
I don't want to get on a rant about it. I just was saying I wanted to be clear. I'm not opposed to it.
We're cool on that here. There ain't nobody going to yell at you, Nick.
No.
I know. Hey,
settle down, Nick. Settle down.
Calm down. Calm down.
Would eat Reptilinks or that kind of stuff. You can make your own stuff. Just buy a cheap.
That's what I'm saying.
Sausage grinder and then throw in that stuff and use it specifically just for your animal feed. Do not make your own sausage in there, or your friends might hate you.
Why?
Right.
Oh, I make it. I make it in ours. Sometimes you'll pull a feather out from a quail from the lizard
what up, Greg?
I mean, you never know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I got my own sausage press here. I can make my own Reptilink. I mean, I know what's in them, man.
Be human teeth in my reptiles.
I mean, I ground up a bunch of like turkey and stuff when I had my monitor because that was lean.
Nick, you got monitors?
I had one, and then I mixed the turkey with vitamins and supplements and some other stuff.
I was going to get rid of that thing because I don't use it no more. But now I think I'm going to keep it in case I ever get any kind of big lizards, so I could just grind their food up in it, and make it easier for them to eat.
I have a gay too.
No, but I can see other animals definitely.
A what?
A gay two. A two gay.
Oh.
I don't want to say.
It's okay.
No.
A 2K. All right.
A gootay.
Okay.
A gootay, goddammit.
Gootay.
Yep, I gotcha.
A raptor. But yeah, I mean I don't have like our monitor species of lizard that we have that eats meat and shit. I can't get it to eat vegetables. Like there's nothing like I have to, and that's why I was looking into Reptiles. But if you grind it up and everything, you can get it to eat it. But like I don't know how people get them to eat fucking lettuce and shit. I'm like, how the hell are you getting that animal to eat that lettuce? Like you know that motherfucker ain't eating.
Maybe spray some beef broth on
it. I thought about it, but the frog legs at the store that I would be able to buy. I'm not going to buy that, and I don't know about this.
No.
Catch them. I would have to like deworm the lizard every so often and all that shit.
So what you got to do is you got to go out after a rainstorm as they're jumping across the road, brother. Those are the best frogs.
Oh, I'm a frog gigger from way back, son. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I growed up in goddamn Georgia. You know what I'm talking about? Down south, baby.
I'm down there.
Hold on. We're down south. We're down south.
Oh, I know. Well, you're on the teat. You're on the teat.
Y'all got them fun rules.
He's on the teat.
And we get them ponds now. We get them big old bulls now.
No, man, for real. When I went to Miami, I was in Miami, man, and I looked on the map on like GPS, and I almost had a fucking stroke. Like I was like panicking because I've never been surrounded by water like that and been on the very fucking end of it. Man, I freaked out. I didn't like that shit. I wanted to get further back. You know what I'm saying?
The last place we was at, Nick, we was right on a lake, and those bullfrogs at night are out there singing, bro.
Yeah.
Singing. I mean, bro, louder than shit. Don't go out. Don't even try to get next to that water in the middle of the night now. You might disappear real fast.
But if you do that, if you catch them out of the wild, I mean, you have to get dewormer. I mean, you have to. It's more of a task. You know what I mean? Like, I want to find somebody who breeds feeder frogs, and I'm sure I could. And I'm,
Why don't you just put a pond in your yard?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really have a yard. I live in a neighborhood where it's not like that. But we were fixing to move a couple weeks ago, but I ended up not doing it because the house, wasn't what I wanted, and I just didn't do it. So we're just gonna buy. We're buying right now, but we're getting out of it. So we're just gonna buy bigger to where we can have shit like that, and I can breed rats because, like, I would do it, but I'm not doing it in my home. And until I have a building outside or at least a garage, I'm not doing it. And that's just me, you know what I mean? Because I don't want.
Feel you. I'm right there with you.
I tried to do it in I had an aquarium, and then I did a big tub that I was trying, and it was so much maintenance in those. So then I was like, well, fuck building a goddamn rack and all this bunch of shit and throwing all this money into it. So I just stopped doing it and fed everything off, and we'll start again. And when we get a shed and everything, because I mean, I really want to do that. That way, I actually know what's going on. With the
you just get the plastic pond. You just go to
the pond for sure.
You don't even have to put it in the ground if you don't want to. You can put a filter on it.
Then,
raise your own frogs, raise your own fish.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have to use?
I used to do aquaponics, bro. Fish are pretty amazing, man.
Can't you almost do them in buckets?
I'm not a fish guy. I'm not a fish dude. Like,
but the frogs. Fish would be good for your lizards as well, bro.
Oh yeah, dude, I love feeding fish to the lizard. Like if I can go get it, like I hate not like a can of sardines, but if I can get like whole fish prey for it, dude, I'll throw that shit in all day. They love fish. Like I guess
When we were up
so
north, you used to be able to get tilapia. They were 1.5 inches long. You got them for like, I think it was 49 or 59 cents a pop. The guy would meet you right at the spot and just drop you off a whole bag of fish, man.
Heck yeah.
I mean,
We pronounce it tilapia up here.
I would feed them to my animals. I don't know if I eat them because I've seen where they live and how their farm raised.
Yeah, but if you're raising them yourself, it's a whole different story when you're doing it yourself.
Well, isn't there a thing that farm raised tilapia like have some kind of cancer or something?
It's like farm raised everything. Oh yeah, it's all got cancer.
I used to use them in aquaponics, and you feed them a high protein diet, bro. And I'll show you some veggies that grow like wildfire, man. Like
because them guys ain't feeding them right, and they don't even know if that certain fish is eating. They're doing it in such big quantities and just throwing handfuls of, cheap ass feed. Their filtering systems ain't right. They don't care if 100 die because they got 1 million in there.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I just downloaded Yuka. Do y'all know what Yuka is? Like the Yuka app. It's YUKA. It's like
I've heard of
that. Dude,
I know the Yuka plan.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's like for real on a sidebar. That's like the tree of life for real.
Yeah, man. Yuka's
like you can grind up. You can grind up the like stem and shit, and it's supposed to be good for like cancer and shit, for real. That's what I've heard, man. For real, the Yucca plant, for real.
Cuban. Yucca is a Cuban cuisine, like Cuban.
I'm talking about Yucca. It's an app. It's like a nutritional app, and you like scan shit, and it tells you if it's got like additives and like cancerous, hazardous shit that causes cancer. And man, that shit will scare the fuck out of you. So when we went to the grocery store this past time, I was scanning, dude. I was a scanning son of a bitch. I scanned everything.
I can't do that.
I got
Nick, don't do that. You'll never go grocery shopping again.
Dude, I'll be on here looking like a skeleton in a month. Like, I can't do this shit, man. I can't do it.
No, I still eat my ho-hos and ho-hos and fucking steak and shit. But
I'm sure you do eat your ho-hos.
I don't eat a lot
of you saw the warehouse where those things were stored. Ooh.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know, dude. Trust me.
That's where we're getting the supply from.
Some things you just can't quit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Twinkies. I can't quit my Twinkies.
We bought fake chicken nuggets, like plant-based chicken nuggets. I bought plant-based meat substitute, and we made fajita or quesadillas.
I don't mind them plant-based burgers.
I've been getting chest pains, man. I feel like my grandma said that it's like arteries, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to die, you know what I mean, right now. So if I can eat a little bit better, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I mean, I'm drinking fucking Snapple. I hate this shit, but I'm drinking
microgreens, Nick.
Yeah.
Is the way to go.
Yum.
I don't know if we have anywhere that sells them around here.
You got
a Wegmans?
Nick, the hell with buying it, bro. It's so easy to grow. You grow it on your kitchen table, bro. Yep. It's only got to get that big. Look, it's only got to get that tall, man.
Hey,
Stan, you cut it with a pair of scissors and eat it, bro.
Hey, Stan, the cantaloupe microgreens is fucking amazing.
It tastes exactly like cantaloupe.
It tastes just like.
You mofos are going to get me eating like a cow in the morning. Come out and chewing on some grass.
Bro, broccoli's good. The broccoli ones are good. Bean sprouts, yo.
I like bean sprouts. I do eat the shit out of some bean sprouts when I can.
Bro, I could take 1 cup of bean sprouts, and in a week, I can have you 1.5 pounds.
I bet that shit grows
sprouts.
like a virus.
Like 5 days, bro. It'll raise the lid off the bowl.
No,
right off the bowl.
I see the light.
No, microgreens are very easy. I got into them because I saw another buddy doing them, and I was like, let me try it out. And I got the little different trays, so you have the water in the bottom, do your pH water and everything else. And I went to town with it, man. I did some really good, and it was great to add on top of the sauce. You do a little salad, add it on top of some salad. It's fucking amazing.
And I'm a pescatarian, so I eat like salads, greens. I love all that stuff. So it's like when we were doing that, I was like, oh my gosh, heaven. It was amazing. So good. And, so
it's fairly cheap. It's not expensive to do. It's,
right.
I mean, you only need a fluorescent light to do it. Or a window where you have decent light come in. You don't. It's not like you need all this expensive equipment to do it, and it's all good for you. It's healthy for you, you know.
Actually, I got a rack and put it outside and grew them all outside on a rack.
Well, you're in Florida. We can't do that up here in PA all year round.
I used to take all the root balls, throw them over to our chickens. You know, the big gigantic root ball from it, and throw it to the chickens. They devour that in like 10 seconds. Gone. Boom.
I don't think you could do them all year long, Ken.
You could do it inside with a light.
Right.
Yeah, inside.
Like the coldest it gets in Florida is like when we come out in our shorts for spring.
Right.
And y'all look at us crazy when we come out in February.
It's dipped down here. Last year was what, Justin? I know you're a little bit north of me, but it probably got 35-ish, 38 a couple days last year.
Alexandra.
It didn't get even close to 20s. I would say probably like
Thanks for coming.
24s for me.
You get like 2 inches of snow, it shuts down your entire state.
Right.
Hey, you ain't gonna tell me, crap. I just live in New York, so it's like snowstorm, ice, wind, cold. Oh yeah.
Well, hell, people in like Minnesota, Wisconsin, and like Buffalo, they laugh at us when we shut down for like a foot and a half.
Yeah. I see Adam on his live the other day, and he's got a jacket on. He's out on the porch with his jacket on up there in Minnesota.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's in Minnesota now.
Yeah.
Because I spent a lot of time in VA and Tennessee, so I definitely had my fair share of the snow. So I hate it. I come to Florida, I'm like, thank God I'm out of this shit. Or excuse my language.
No more shovel. No more shovel. Just break out the broom once in a while.
On this station. There is cussing allowed on this station.
I try to be respectful.
What the fuck is snow? Like sand? Very funny, Bosa.
Yeah, you got it, Bosa. Sand, same thing. Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, he's down like damn in the tropics, so.
Yeah, he's down there.
A little different.
He's way down there.
So, I don't know if you guys watched my shorts of late, but yesterday I posted one of a tree falling. And the weather here yesterday was like 80 or like 90 degrees, hot as shit, no wind, no storm, nothing. And this tree just fucking fell out of nowhere. We got a little storm today. Guess what happened?
Oh,
the tree next to it fell. The same electrical line, the same shit that happened yesterday happened 2 days in a row. Tree fell.
Is that
Just
the one
fell.
you started cutting?
No, not at all. It was in my neighbor's yard.
So your neighbor was trying to sabotage you.
Just crazy. 2 trees falling out of the blue. Like, you know what? I'm tired of being a tree. I'm out.
It's too hot. We had like record temps like the entire week. It's stupid. My office got up to like.
What was it so hot out? The trees fainted? I mean, fuck.
You're not used to
it. Yeah, right. I'm sure they'll have some scientific reason, like we didn't get enough rain this year. The one time we got too much rain, the ground stayed soft, so that's why it was pulling out. Now it's going to be like, well, we didn't get enough rain. The ground was too dry, and the tree's too dry and brittle, so it couldn't support its own weight. Like some stupid scientific shit will come out.
Was that pine, Ken?
No, they were oak trees, both of them. Oh, okay. I've never seen an oak tree just said, peace, I'm out. Boom. 2 of them, 2 days.
They got them
500 feet that way.
We had water oaks by our old house. Thank God we bought this house, but our old house had a bunch of water oaks, and every time I had multiple
fell right onto the house.
Yeah, it fell right onto the house.
In the house.
In the house. We walked in one room. There's a tree branch coming in the whole bedroom. I'm like, oh goodness, here we go. So it's always fun. Trees are not the best blessing, I could say.
Negative 40 would suck. I don't know what would suck worse, negative 40 or 130.
Right.
Ooh.
Yikes.
I think I'd rather be in negative 40 because I could like walk like Randy from the Christmas Story, be all bundled up. I just couldn't move well. I'd be like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. wobbling. But at 130, what are you going to do? It's even hot in the shade.
You would die.
You'd have to stay inside. You'd have to stay.
No, Jay survived. He wouldn't die. Look, he's here. He was in it. He didn't die.
I survive. I survive every day in it.
A dwelling.
I'm doing maintenance while we talk.
I'm gonna get the little heat gun and see what the temperature is in the middle of the afternoon inside one of those tuna cans that I work in, tractor trailer.
Oh, all right. Well, I've been on a roof. I've been on a roof that we had a laser gun, and it was 140 degrees up there. But we, we was up working, an hour and then down, and we couldn't stay up there that long. We did shifts.
I can tell you.
How long? An hour?
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
That's what the boss made us do, an hour. So it was just like he made like 4 guys go up and do as much as they can in an hour, and then like 4 guys go up and these guys clean.
See, that's the problem. I'm overworked and underpaid. That's my problem.
Right?
I don't know. I got pants on, and if you even put your knee on that roof after 12 o'clock, it will burn your kneecap right through your pants, bro.
Wow.
I'm telling you, right through your pants. It is
so get you a good cushion.
Hot.
Hey, we used to start at 5:30 though. So we could get started and get everything going and moving before that hot sun hit.
Bro, my lazy boss can't get there before 8 o'clock, bro.
He ain't a roofer then.
I'm already there. Shop open. So that's a problem. He ain't a roofer. We don't work on roofs. We work on tractor trailer roof. Jeez. So it's always metal. It's always a 10 roof. You know what I mean?
Hot. Yeah.
You can't. Dude, tools. Justin will tell you. You leave some metal tools out in the middle of the sun down here. You go to pick it up without a glove on. You will drop that shit immediately.
You're getting some blister,
bro. Just like that. Get the hell out of here.
Hey, Stan, no. Pressure washing roofs here in Jacksonville.
No, Stan's in Florida.
Roof at 7:30 in the morning and hopefully off by 12 o'clock. And it'll kill you up there. It will kill you up there. It literally will. If you're not smart,
it's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. It definitely is. It definitely is.
Every time I get up on the roof, it reminds me of that dumbass reflector people used to run around on the beach with. Like, I'm getting a suntan. Like, bro, you can come work with me for a day. You'll have a suntan. You'll look like a straight lobster.
Yeah, sure will. Those are probably the ones that have skin cancer now. We're using them reflectors.
I was gonna say, look at me, I'm getting melanoma.
Bro, I seen this lady at Publix the other day at the grocery store. She looked like a leather purse, bro.
Ew.
That's what the old lady looked like a leather purse.
Now
I was like, lady, you don't need no more sun. No more sun. No more.
Spray on tan.
when it snowbirds
no, that wasn't no spray on, bro. She wasn't looking orange.
There's a lot of people like that down there in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
All them old retired people that go down there and
them damn snowbirds.
Oh yes, sir.
Stay down there and they turn into handbags like Lou Holtz. Sorry.
That's fun.
We love old people on this channel. If there's any old people out there watching that live in Florida and South Florida in particular, and you look like a handbag, we're sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry. We don't mean no harm by it. We're laughing with you, not with you.
I'm laughing.
You liar, Ken.
Oh, damn, Stan, why you gotta wrap me out like that? What are you showing?
Octopus. Oh, heck yeah. Nightmare Before Christmas. That's what it is.
Jack and Sally.
Wife's favorite.
Oh yeah, it's the best.
My daughter's bathroom is Jack and Sally Nightmare Before Christmas. The whole fucking bathroom.
Oh, Smade's busting on you, Trips. Look at that.
Take yours.
What size are your ears?
Mine are like 1.5 inches, but my old lady's is like humongous.
It's like a shower.
These are like my fiance, my lovers.
See, I thought he was talking about like you having big ears. That's how dumb I am.
No, that's because that's what fits.
He's talking about gauges. Duh.
I wish she would come on, but she's shy. She don't like it.
Nick, you got to get some custom gauges with your logo on it.
Yeah, how about that?
I got some that are, I guess, are custom. I don't know how custom they are, but they're wood and they got like owls. Morgan's got some with burning churches on them and shit.
Burning
all kind of
churches.
cool stuff.
Is that really necessary to say on a live? Burning churches?
Well, they have bats on them. They have that on them. They have crosses. They have
I'm going to say a
knives,
prayer for you, brother. I mean,
tarantulas. A lot of people do. A lot of
please
people
I
do.
love it.
give my brother Nick a pass. I mean, he means no harm. He's a good dude. He's got a good heart. He's just a little twisted in his ways.
I mean, if you listen to black metal, I mean, I'm just saying.
He's got triple
Well,
We all still love you. Sir.
Burning churches.
They're hating on me because
You can't say it again. See?
they're hating on me because I don't conform. I don't conform to that.
We love you, Nick.
Dab for that. Okay, it's definitely dab time after that. I love it.
We love you, buddy. I think I might have to kick you off for a bit.
Justin.
Oh shit, that's fucked up.
Yes, sir.
Y'all are down, right, for next month?
Oh, you already know. Absolutely, we are coming.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Do I need my medical card to show up there and do all that or no? Come on.
No, sir. I got you.
Oh, good, Greg. Oh, good.
Let's do it. Come on. We're gonna have
It probably ain't too far. It probably ain't too far from you. It's right at the glass factory.
Yeah. Well, you guys can come over to my house if anything. Y'all more than welcome to come over by my house.
Absolutely. We are probably about 10 minutes away from the glass factory.
Nice.
So,
oh yeah.
What's going on down that way? What's you talking about?
Come on. Everybody's more than welcome. Whoever wants to come.
Dab days. 710 dab days, baby.
Oh, dab days.
love it.
Yes,
Nice.
sir.
If I was down that way, I'd be there.
So they'll have some live glass blowing. They'll have music. They'll have food.
That's awesome.
You can buy apparel. You can buy product.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
It's definitely pretty fun.
That's awesome.
I wonder if Justin from Lifted. I know Justin with Lifted Design, so I wonder if I know a couple of glass blowers here. I probably could reach out and see if they're going to be there. Might go a really cool experience too, you know. So
yeah, and it'll be Halloween themed. So if you want to dress up, don't feel like you don't have to because it's Halloween themed. So
that would totally give me the okay to come in like a banana hammock or something. So I'm not so hot all day, just running around in a Speedo. Like that would totally give me the reason to do it.
All you need is the banana finger gloves.
Yeah, I mean that's too hot. I mean, just a Speedo. I mean, I'm going like one of them old dudes that walk around on the beach in a Speedo in Florida. I totally do it. If I was in Florida,
the last time we went, my buddy's getting out of his Tesla. He's right parked in front of the place. Cop rolls up to him. He's like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" Now mind you, he looks like a guy that should not have a Tesla.
Right.
All stretch and imagination. So he's like, "I'm going to the event." And he's like, "Well, what's happening here?" He's like, "It's an event." He's like, "What kind of event?" He goes, "Cannabis event." He's like, "Oh, all right." He's like, "Have a nice day, guys."
Yep.
Off he went. Have a nice day.
It's awesome.
It's really laid back here in Jacksonville, though. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
It like honestly, if you were to get a pullover or something, it's gonna be a slap on the wrist. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a no.
Listen, bro, it's just a matter of time, bro. I mean, look, if it wasn't for RSO and Fred and AJ, huge shout out to Fred and AJ, bro. Let me tell you, man, that shit has done wonders for my wife. Wonders for my wife.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I mean, she's having it a little rough after her radiation treatments right now.
Let's say how did it go? I was gonna say we were wondering about
it. She did them all, and it went all right. But now she's just going through like some of the side effects, and
right.
So she, it's a lot of medication now. And next week she's got a lot of appointments. She's got to go for a bone scan and a full body scan.
Yeah.
So
keep them positive thoughts coming in.
Yeah, man, that's what we're doing. I mean, she takes 2 RSO pills a day,
No bites this week.
It's just between that and her medicine, it's just they're weaning her off the steroids now because she was on so much steroids. She's got to slowly wean off of them.
Wow.
Because you can't just stop. You can't just stop steroids. It's
you have to
a
wean
side
them.
effect like you're almost like like an addict would have. You'll have bad withdrawals. You'll get sick. You'll have headaches.
Yep.
So we're slowly now we have her on a schedule, and the doctors are slowly breaking her down every 5 days. It goes down a little bit. 5 days goes down a little more until she's off of them. But
well, it's a process.
Yeah, and each day hopefully is just getting better and better. It's just baby steps. But
it's like it takes 6 to 8 weeks for the radiation to fully wear off. So on November 14th we go back and she'll have another full MRI done, but now the radiation, she's starting to lose her hair again, which they kind of told her, but you're kind of she was set for it, but she's really not set for it. You know what I mean?
For sure. No, that's
she needs a wig. I'll cut my hair off and donate my hair to her.
We got her some when she was going for her treatments. They gave her a bunch of like the silk scarves for the women to wear.
Yeah.
So she's got a bunch of those because she can't wear a hat. It just hurts the back of her head. It rubs the back of her head. Hurts too much.
Right.
So.
Right.
And it's too hot
I'm going to donate my hair sooner or later. So I'm growing it out for her.
There you go, Ken. I was working there back in a little while ago. I was trying to grow it out, but
hey, look.
Yours is a little longer than mine. Mine comes like right down to my nipple.
It's a little bit.
Hey, Ken,
you're longer than me. I don't know. It got this long really quick, but now it just slowed down.
I feel like I'll be lucky to keep mine another 10 years. I feel like I'm starting a little, but a little long. Got the mullet going on.
An old Indian lady said, if you trim your hair every full moon, and you'll get the best hair growth.
Well, I haven't cut my hair since COVID started. This has been since COVID.
Look at that, Ken. That's long. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty long. It's just all one length all the way around.
Him and cousin Ed are relatives.
Party on, Garth.
Looks like Carl.
I can't stand it in my face though.
My best friend Carl.
Yeah, that's fine.
It tickles the fuck out of my nose. Like my whole face is like must be ticklish as hell because I'm going down the road. This hair will go, and I'm like.
You can't talk about hair up the nose. I mean, I think
my problem
with massive facial hair have hair all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are pubic hairs curled?
The worst thing is when you have a big mustache and you take a drink out of a canned drink and it grabs that fucking tab and it
that hurts.
I mean, that shit fucking hurts, son.
If they wasn't curled, they'd poke you in the nose.
These roots are like this deep.
They'd poke you in the face if they wasn't curled.
I was like, how do you do with it? Going up your nose is what gets me. I try to grow it out, and then it gets in my nose. I'm fucking with my nose all day, and it's like fucking bugging me. And I'm like, all right,
just gotta keep a little pair of scissors on you or something. I don't know. You definitely got. I don't trim mine at all, but I definitely have. I don't trim around my lip or anything, but I have to trim my nose. But now that I've gotten older, I have to trim my ear hair too.
I get one piece of ear hair. It grows right here from this inside corner, and it'll get long as fuck. I just grab it and pull it, and that fucker hurts.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then I get this one eyebrow hairs that'll grow like really long. It sucks.
Yeah. Look.
I'm just glad I still got hair at 45 to go out and donate.
Right.
For sure. Yeah. No, that's great.
That's really great.
That's great.
A lot of my family balds real quick and easily, so I'm waiting for the day it hits me.
I can honestly say, every male on my dad's side of the family, anyway,
lose that
hair.
right there, Justin.
Don't
see that thing right here, Justin.
Your hat.
Yeah, you got to lose that, bro.
It does. It does make a difference.
So Justin, you said you're 34, right?
Yep.
Here's the thing I can't grasp.
You're good, then, man. You're good.
When I was, say 22.
Okay.
22.
Kids really weren't like getting bald, but now I'm seeing like kids in their 20s and early 30s are like already starting to get bald somehow, and
I know some guys.
like I'm sure your father had a full head of hair.
I got a better one than that, dude. Why are like fourth graders walking around with racks like out here?
Right.
Like they got C cups
Hormones.
and they're in fourth
Because
grade.
it's the shit they put in the food, bro.
The fourth grade girls that we went to school with, they were still flat chested as hell. They didn't get boobs until like seventh grade. Like going into junior high school, some come back with a little bumps. I mean, going into ninth grade, they all started filling out, but like,
yeah, but also, Ken, you're my age, so look at the amount of processed food people eat now compared to back when
you're right, and it's gotten worse through the years.
Everything is processed, bro. Processed.
The Jello was on the shit in it back in the day.
My oldest daughters, it was like sixth graders was walking around with boobs. My youngest daughter, she started getting boobs in fourth grade. I go to like a school function, and there's like 20 of them walking around with boobs.
Yep.
I'm like, get the fuck out. I'm not being perverted or not talking perverted or anything, but I'm just like, that is
look how the
fucked up.
parents dress them.
Way too
Look
fucking young for this.
Dress them, bro. Look how the
You
parents
got mad
dress
at me
them.
for talking about burning down church.
I would never let my daughter go out like
you
that.
have to say that again. I'm waiting for the lightning bolts to start striking behind you and shit.
I wish I could get that feature. That would be badass.
Hormones. So you're just gonna jack up,
Yeah.
Nick's gonna go out and be like,
black.
hey, let me see if I can get the lightning strobe light for the next round.
I'm gonna tell you something. If lightning struck people like me, I'd have been fucking struck a long time ago, baby. All right.
Only the good die young, so I must be getting pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't like that saying.
No, I never did really like it either.
I'm getting old, and I'm getting older in my mind, and I'm like, God damn it.
I definitely hate getting older, that's for sure.
So if you're 34, I'm 34. 34, it's a shitty age. Let's just be honest. It is what it is. How old are you, Kent?
45.
And I'm 34. I think you said Kent. I think I heard a T, but
I did say Kent. I know how old you are, Kenny.
Oh, I don't know. Greg, I'm not sure what that means. Video or it didn't happen.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Maybe he's talking about the last clutch you had. Did you put a video out of the pods?
Clutch, when it comes out, it's going to be fire. Like, what's a nose egg?
Did you put a video of that? Is maybe what he's asking.
I don't got no updates yet, and I'm going to hold the updates until everything's nice and out and all purried up. But I do believe this pod clutch, like, I think I hit a home run here too. I mean,
don't get too excited. You got to come out the damn bag. Sometimes they all kink as fucking there.
The other ones
I think I hit a panda pod. I'll say that. I think I nailed an all white panda pod. Not a good looking panda pod, so it ain't like the best scenario, but the father to the mother, which was the black pastel het pied, was like a panda pied with 2 black scales. But I think I hit an all white panda. At least I seen maybe a couple scales that are kind of grayish on the underside, but I don't want to fuck with it too much yet. What's up, Tim? Thanks for popping in.
What's up, Tim?
Isn't it Thursday evening?
I see Matt from Area 51 had got a couple black pastel pods.
I think I have 3 black pastel pies, but I think 2 of them are black pastel Enchi.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm pretty sure both of his had just black heads and the rest were white body.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was like a paradox or like just gunk from the egg that you didn't wash off at the time.
I don't have albino in it.
Yeah.
And it don't got pink eyes.
Pinstripe could help that.
We'll see when it comes out and shed if it gets a black dot on it, because if it just gets one black dot, I know what it is. For
They
sure.
don't have no blue eyes, right?
No blue eyes.
Okay. All right, that's good.
No yellowish show. Like it's dark white, like pied, and I'm pretty sure it's all white.
I've kind of been learning lately, like with the like especially with cinnamon, pinstripe in the pie, like because like with cinnamon pies are almost an all white pied, and then you have like a cinnamon head, you know. But you throw some pinstripe in there, and there you get some saddles going down the back again, you know. So I've learned that like a lot of people hate on pinstripe, but I like throwing pinstripe and certain stuff like that because you could bring saddles back. You know?
A lot of people hate on a lot of things for like only because they heard somebody else doesn't like it.
Right.
You know? I'm never gonna turn down like a pastel clown if he's got like 6 other, a couple other jeans I want to work with.
Right.
I might not hit any pastel in the clutch that I'm gonna, produce. I may hit some, but like I don't get that sort of logic where it's like, oh, I don't like this specific animal because it's got pastel. Well, if it's an acid pastel clown, everybody in this chat is gonna take that snap, hands down.
Right.
That does look good with acid, but
it does. It does.
But yeah, it's not like it's a super or something. Now, if it's a killer clown, okay, yeah, I can see that because everything's gonna be.
Thanks, Greg. Appreciate that, man.
And it's gonna be some strong genes too, being a super. So heck yeah.
But if it's a super and a recessive, I mean that's pretty powerful. And if you have a DG, then you can work that route, and then.
Yep.
Now I got to worry about kinks when it comes out too, because super black pastels are known to have kinks. Really? So I got to look at that too.
Yeah, I got a couple of super black pastels. This is the first I'm hearing that, so that's kind of nice to hear.
Yeah, super black pastels could have like major kinking problems. That's the only sort of downfall of them.
But is it worth an incubation issue or something in the rack? Because
right, I mean that's very well it could be
massively kinked. All the leopard pastels.
No, they're not out yet.
We're fine.
But I think I seen the one's head, and it looks white. Its nose looks white. It looks all white. I don't know. I could be wrong. Could be jumping the gun on it. But everything else looks like either black pastel or inchy.
Oh.
What are you holding up there, Nick?
A little red
it's foot. A turtle.
I guess. We was
You'll
just weighing him.
Soon enough.
He's gotten way bigger.
What is he?
Won't never. They said it's a redfoot, but I've been looking. I mean,
let me
I
see
guess
his
what the yellow. I mean, they're red. They're red, yeah, for sure. They're 100% red, but all this.
He's got a lot of yellow.
Yeah, they say cherry. What do they say? Cherry head and look a lot alike. I'm not a tortoise man.
Look at that.
I'll tell you.
So cool, little
Definitely
dude.
Cool.
Yeah,
this is our little buddy. This is Yortis the tortoise.
Yortis. What up, Yorty?
Right.
That's so good.
This is our little buddy. We got it for my daughter, and when we got it for her, it's probably a year and a half. Well, shit, it's probably been 2 years now. When we got this, it was like this big, little bitty. And she bit her instantly. Just took bit the crap out of her finger. It was so funny. But yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. Bit the tip off.
And it's cool if you live in the South because, I mean, you can put them outside as long as they're protected,
Yep.
I want to build a nice enclosure for my blue iguana and this tortoise, like when we move. So they can live together.
We were showing Nick. I caught that straight out the air. I got the window open, and there was a moth flying by. And I snagged it straight out the air.
Master.
Mr. Miyagi, that shit.
Oh, yeah. I Mr. Miyagi the fuck out of it.
Yeah, you better get chopsticks the next time. Some chopsticks now.
Yeah.
Hey, I pinched it. And look, you're still alive. It just can't fly too good because I pinched its wing when I caught it. I'll give it a chance to survive. Or maybe it'll fall on the ground and a frog will eat it.
Huh?
Yeah, I just was like, look at that. Backstage, you guys couldn't see it.
Yeah, at some point, I think I have to take my Russian tortoises over to my my parents because I think in their basement it might actually get cold enough that they go into brumation. because I'm not putting them in the crisper in my fridge. It's not happening. So hopefully we'll get them to breed this year and I'll have captive bred babies next year.
They go in the crisp drawer for real?
Crisper,
You
yeah.
can do that for real? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you just got to cool them down to a certain temperature. So if your fridge is on the warmer side, so if I had like a beer fridge that I wasn't using for beer, I could do it. They'll just go in there, kind of shut down for a little bit, and then you bring them back out as the season.
Really?
What about breathing in there? Do they
Be fine.
they breathe fine? Sweet. Okay. I was kind of curious on that, but makes sense.
I like turtles, but they're a hassle to take care of out here. I mean, I haven't really looked into it.
Turtles are. Tortoises aren't really that bad. Yeah. Tortoises like redfoots. I mean, the only thing is they live for a long time and they do have to eat a lot. You know, I mean, you're feeding this thing every day. And it's as big as you're feeding it as big as its body is. So if you think about wanting to get a sulcata or something like that,
you're
talking about a fucking carapace like flip, or what is it? The carapace on the top. Is that right? Tortoise people out there, let me know. I don't fucking know, but the shell, if you tip it over and fill it with salad, like that's how big the portions need to be for that specific animal. What I've read and watched, they eat a lot. Yeah, like they'll.
Yeah, my mother-in-law used to have 2 sulcatas, and she had to get rid of them because they were getting huge, and she was like 6-7 heads of romaine lettuce a day, plus other veggies, and she was like, I'm buying like the store out of vegetables for this damn thing. But she wound up like donating them to a zoo out by them in Arizona because they were just that big. I mean, she kept them in her backyard. It's a desert. It's a desert there, you know? Yeah, but it's a
if I have
desert in
something like that,
Arizona.
I'm growing its own food.
I got a buddy that goes to.
You almost have to.
That's got a bunch and goes to like the flea market and gets like you know how you see like the vegetable stands with the people with the vegetables. Well, you see like a box around with the ones that don't look the greatest, but they're not rotting, and he'll give them like $5 or $10.
Yeah,
like, the whole box you have, And
you can go to the grocery store a lot of times and ask them because they'll still cut and clean the veggies or throw out the bad ones, and they'll just give you a gigantic bag of veggies. I mean, you'll have to go through it.
Yeah, that would be on video for sure, Greg.
That's how my friend feeds his pigs. He'll go to the Dixie and get all that fruit and shit. Vegetables.
All the old fruit, all the old bread is good for pigs too, man.
Right.
See, we were looking to try to find a pig farmer for all of our produce that we got.
That's what I'm going to do with that bread. My daughter, like Panera Bread, donated like this whole box of like 4-day-old bread. And it's not molded, but it's hard. You got to microwave it. There's literally a whole box. I'm going to take it to my rat breeder, and he can give it to all his birds and pigs and stuff. They'll be getting good Panera Bread stuff this week. He'll appreciate that. Heck yeah. You just got the wheels turning.
I'll give you some bread for those rodents.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he'll feed it to his rodents because he's really picky about what he feeds to them.
If he's feeding it to his birds and whatnot, well, same thing, right? Still an even trade.
Well, yeah, his birds are like something that, he don't try to reproduce, like, and feed to other things. Like his rats, this dude is the pickiest I've seen with what he'll give his rats, like, and what he'll use on his rats. He's got a procedure and he won't sway from it. And his product is good. My snakes eat it and my snakes love it and grow on it. It's really good.
It's good. You do what you know. That's for sure. You roll with it. If it works for you, keep going. That's for damn sure.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, today was an exciting day. When I got home, I looked at them pie clutches, and I don't know. I'm really excited. They're not out the egg yet, but from what I could see, I might have nailed it.
Heck yeah.
I think that is a black pastel Enchi like I thought. Because every egg looks black pastel or Enchi.
Heck yeah. That's awesome.
And I bought it as a normal pie. I paid $250 for him for the normal pied, and he came from a black pastel inchy clutch.
That's awesome.
So I think I lucked out.
That's a win right there for sure.
Well, I mean, he kind of looks like a normal, but as he got bigger, like his oranges got like brighter and more profound, you know, and he didn't brown out at all. And then he had like a black outline come up underneath everything. And like they kept saying, "What is that, an inchy pied?" Like I showed to people, and I'm like, "Oh, it's kind of." I thought, you know, I bought it as a normal, but it came from a black pastel inchy. And as I started looking at the combos, I seen like at least 5 or 6 of them that kind of resemble him like to a T. So I'm like, huh, maybe. Well, let's see what proves out. Let's breed him to this black pewter het pied I got and see what happens. And yeah, well, I think I was right. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm just a dumbass.
Well, did you get any empty in the things that aren't pied? You just get all pieds.
They look cool as shit, though.
Yeah.
Don't
No
discourage
matter what,
yourself,
it's gonna be a
kid.
good.
Yeah, it'll be good no matter what. Don't discourage.
I'm not discouraged about nothing. They look fucking awesome. Like,
fuck yeah. See?
I mean, I opened it. I got to see a little bit more today, and as I fucking put that tub away, I was like, like they're just fucking awesome looking. Like, I'm so ecstatic that that came from something I made. And now next year, or 2 years from now, when I hold a female back and I make something from that, it's just going to be even more exciting because I made that and I made it from steaks that I made, and it's just going to mean that much more.
Yeah,
damn right.
That's awesome.
That's the greatest feeling in the world. Right?
No.
Pat, are you going to the Philly show on Sunday, Saturday? Oh, isn't it?
In November. And I think that's the next show I'm at. I didn't plan on going to Oaks because I don't need anything. So I probably could go down there and pick up my clown, pastel, yellow belly, and what else is in that girl from Ron. But I have
what's going on, Straight Blast?
Watching the game, and then I have my podcast. But I'll be in Gettysburg in November.
So you're not going to Oaks, but you're going to Gettysburg.
Yep. If all goes well, I'll be vending. I'll still be there because I got the table. But if I sell out of everything before then, I'm not going to complain. I'll just go there and socialize, and Chris can have the space and come over. Brad can have the space because we paid for it. But I might just be there with a display and some other stuff. But who knows?
Heck yeah! I hope all they eat, brother. I hope they all eat.
Justin,
Yes, sir.
did you hear that? I keep seeing there's supposed to be another Daytona show coming up.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's as big as that one, but I looked up reptile shows near me on my phone, and it came up as Daytona. I want to say it's either this weekend or next weekend. I think it's next weekend. I'll look again and send you the info. But it doesn't say where it's at. It just says Reptile Expo.
Greg's pretty far behind if he's talking Mr. Miyagi.
Do you know if it's a show? Is it a show me show or is it a Repticon show?
That's the thing. It doesn't come up as either one. That's why I'm kind of like, what the hell?
If it's something new, we should
because
go check
usually it's either a Repticon or a show me.
For show me.
Right.
It's
Which
not
usually the show me shows usually in well, they have one in Jacksonville, but they didn't have it scheduled for this year. They had the Repticon there.
They have one for October here, I think, because I'm supposed to meet Mid Florida here next, like the beginning of next month, sometime. I'm pretty sure there's a show.
What's
here.
that at the fair? Is that the one at the fairgrounds?
At the fairgrounds, yeah. So I need another 50-11 tier for my males. I'm keeping my males in 50s. I'm keeping my females in 55s.
All right.
Definitely send him the info. I was just looking and it's not popping up for me, but send it to him and we'll look into it. Maybe we can all go.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird because it shows that you can go buy tickets for it too, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I was like, I know last year there was only the one show in Daytona, unless he plans on doing like a smaller one. You know what I mean? That would be the only thing I would think of.
Right.
Right.
Because I don't know. I don't know if Wayne is affiliated with either. Honestly, I'm not sure which one he supports. If it's a Repticon or a Show Me.
Okay.
Or either. I'm not 100%. I'd have to look into that, but it was weird when I looked it up because I was just for ha-has. I was like, hey, what shows are coming up, recently?
Yeah.
Because, there's like one every weekend somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Daytona popped up, and I was like, that don't make any sense, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, send us a link for sure. We check it out. I definitely would like to know. Those aren't the far ones. I'm not going to the Miami show. It's a little ride for me, and I got too much work to do over here, so it definitely be a ride.
I wouldn't go to Miami. The only other show we want to go check out is the Tampa Repticon because they'll do the auction on Saturday night.
Yep.
We did that this year. It was great. It was fun. Good auction. Great show.
Yep. We did that.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
What was that, like 4 months ago, 5 months ago?
Yeah, maybe May.
Yeah.
I think it was May.
That was a really good show.
Jeremy's right down there, so I think he bends that show all the time, Bod.
Oh, yep. Yeah, there's some good ones that go there. I think even if the Tampa show, I'm pretty sure Justin with Morph John going to be there as well. There'll be some good people there for sure. So
always, yeah.
The Tampa show is a good one.
Yeah, that's like another big one.
And it's a decent size. It's not super small or anything. I hate to say it, Jacksonville. You get some here at the fairgrounds. You're like, wow, it's a little show.
We just go because it's 5 minutes up the road for us, so we just go.
Yeah.
Anytime. Yeah.
I think the Jacksonville. I think if they advertise a little more, the Jacksonville show would have a little more turnout with vendors.
Definitely.
Because it's a decent sized venue. It's not like it's small.
Right. It has.
And when you go there, you're like, okay, where's the rest of the vendors at? You know what I mean? I mean, they're decent vendors that's there, but you could definitely put in a lot more in there.
Right.
I went to a Show Me show in Jacksonville. It was like at a church. That was probably the weirdest one I've been to so far. I'm like, wait a minute, man, this is.
Remember when I said if somebody was gonna, remember when I said if somebody's gonna get struck, it would have already happened. We just did the Show Me at a church in Millbrook. This is one of the babies we hatched out this year. Just saying, it's for sale. You know what I'm saying?
Is its name Lightning?
Is its name Lightning?
Yeah, Lightning.
It is $200.
Oh, come on.
I don't know how much she wants for it. I don't know. We don't name the babies.
That was a good one, Nick. That was good. Is it named Lightning? Well, I don't know. But $200.
Nick didn't get the inside joke with Lightning.
I didn't. Oh, because of the devil. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, because you were saying about churches burning down, and we talked about lightning crashing behind you. I mean, something like that.
Come back, Nick. Nick, come back to us. Nick, come back.
I was never
walk towards the light.
I was never there. But yeah, I don't know. We don't really know exactly what all's in this. It's obviously got banana in it.
Yeah. It's a banana beauty.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Whoever gets this will get lucky.
September 15th and 16th.
That's a strong banana. Look at the colors, too. It's strong. I like it.
Man, we don't know what we have in it.
15th
Morgan, she
and
stays
16th
up.
in Daytona?
She stays up late trying to figure it out.
Yeah, in Daytona. Think that's wrong, though, he says.
Yeah, that's next weekend. 15th and 16th. That's Friday, Saturday.
And then I got albinos that I think are fucking tallfinos now that they're getting older that we hatched out. I just don't know.
So Lightning is a snake that some girl won on TikTok from them. I mean, that's what that girl named it. That's what Morgan is saying.
What?
The one you gave away on TikTok, the girl who won it named that snake Lightning.
Well, god dang, that's kind of crazy.
Great.
Hit us up on Instagram, everybody.
$200
Instagram. No, I don't know how much she wants to sell. It honestly says keep on it on the card, but I have the mom and the dad, so why do I need to keep the baby? I can just make another one.
What he's saying is everything has a price, ladies and gentlemen. Everything has a price.
Well, not everything. Not the
Whoa,
ones
whoa,
that
whoa!
are
Back
special.
up.
Yeah, we're not. So we're not gonna go crazy here, okay, guys? But yeah, I don't know. Whoever gets all these snakes, though, I mean, they're cheap because we don't really know what all's in them, or cheaper, but they're not going to be crazy. And whoever gets them, I mean, if you breed, I mean, you could have potential to hatch out something cool, you know, that you didn't know.
Breed.
But yeah, like the ones that I think might be Toffino, I think they're
You looking it up too?
Toffino GHI, but I don't really know, you know, because we did the dual, triple, quad sire. So who the hell really knows?
I'm giving away a snake that's either going to be, because it came out of normal, so I don't know what it is. It was a dual sire clutch, and it's either going to be het xanthic het lab or het xanthic het clown 50% het lab. But it's a giveaway snake.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I don't know who sired the normal. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way of telling.
That's the shitty thing.
It looks you can tell that you see the het xanthic in it, but you can't see nothing else.
Or
Like
sell
I said,
the head
if you're
example.
doing it for
You know.
money, like if you're doing it for income, don't do it.
If it's a male, it's like $50, dude.
Yeah, if it's a male, it's like $50. I'm hoping it's a female, so someone at least gets something cool. But it's either going to be 100% het clown or 100% het lab. I just don't know which one did it.
I don't know if Bailey's is watching, but this is the one she won. And we're gonna send her. I don't know if you can really see it that good, but it's just a pretty snake.
Boza said 15th to the 17th.
15th and the 16th. It says it's NRBC for September 15th and 16th in Daytona. I think that's wrong.
Yeah, he thinks it's wrong though.
So,
I got a September 23rd.
Yeah, so
and 24th.
Stanley just found it and he said it's the 15th through the 17th is coming up on his phone.
And then I got a 23rd through the 24th. And then I got a 16th through the 17th. And then I got another 16th through
Man, that thing's dark.
I know, man. I know.
I wonder what that is.
I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know.
Got some dark jeans.
He's got a dirty belly.
Smay wants me to show the albinos that him and his old lady put a down on.
That's good, dude. Glad to hear it, Jim.
I'm gonna have to look
Brian,
to show
Another
the
16.
one Smay because I don't really know where the regular albino or the albino pinstripe is because there's a lot of them and I can't pick it out really quick. But
Bad with names.
this is the male that he wants.
So it's pinstripe possible chocolate.
Yeah, I'm thinking it is chocolate.
Them whites look awfully white.
Yeah. I feel like the older it gets, but you know, you see the eye on this one is completely red, right? You know?
Yeah.
And the other albinos that I think are Toffino, the eyes have that little stripe through it, and it's like white, and it'll be red and white. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but yeah, I think this is just. I think it's just we got it labeled as an albino pinstripe possible chocolate, but I'm almost, you know, I'm pretty set on it that it has chocolate in it because it just in person it's bright, but it's not as bright. You know what I mean? I don't know, but it's a beautiful snake regardless. He's getting an albino male and female. This one and one that'll. It looks pretty much like the one I can show you right here.
Next week I should be showing mine off.
Yeah, It'll look something like this, I guess.
That's clean. I like that. Look at the white pattern on that one. That's clean.
I can never do the laptop camera good, but
Did that one come from the same clutch?
Coming out.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're doing awesome. You can see.
Yeah, it did.
I think that one might be a chocolate lab.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
white.
saying, you know.
Awfully white. There's a lot of pattern in there.
Our albinos are really like, I don't know, I guess we just got a good line of female. But our male, he's an albino pinstripe, but he's like super in shed right now. I'm not gonna fuck with him, but I mean, Elvira, the albino female, she produces every year, like clockwork, and her snakes are always bright and just beautiful. I mean, look at that.
That's gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that.
I wish it would like turn its head down.
Yeah, I love that.
You know,
that's sick. That's sick.
but, yeah, I don't know. I love albino snakes.
See, that just don't look like a normal albino to me. It looks like there's something else to it.
And that's what I said earlier. Like all of our snakes, we sell them for really reasonable prices. I mean, it's going to be more than a regular ass albino, of course, but I don't know exactly what's in it, so it's not going to be that much more. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, you know, there's no way for me to really tell 100%. So I'm not going to rip somebody off. And I hate to feel like I'm getting ripped off, but at the same time, I'm not getting rich off this shit. I'm just having fun, you know, just doing it just to pay for the collection we have, really.
Yeah, this shit is fun. I'll tell you that.
But there's other albinos that hatch from this clutch that look like a lot different. And they got that eye that I was talking about, and that's why I think they might be Tofino, but there might be GHI floating around in it. You know what I mean? I just don't know.
Do you know what the pairings were?
I know for this one for sure, albino pinstripe and Tofino GHI to a pastel albino.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Then where did chocolate come from?
well, the chocolate is the albino pinstripe. He was sold to us as possible chocolate. And I'm thinking that it's coming through. And that's why I'm not going to say, yeah, it's 100% this or that.
You sure
I mean, like,
GHI?
do I now?
You sure that's not the GHI that's really showing in that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't really know. Morgan, she's the one that researches all of it. I just like to do it. And, you know, she's like the brains of it.
Hit up Justin with Morph Jungle and see what he says. I mean,
yeah. Well, I'm thinking about sending sheds in next year. Thinking about definitely holding back. Yeah, they got a lot more now for sure. And I mean, I don't know. I'll just in person. You can't see it probably, but there's a lot of like this one.
I could see some blushing and some different yellows in that bottom and the side gut.
Yeah.
Well, there's some of them that hatched out that have super duper orange like all these spots. Hang on. All these like solid spots like this, they're like bright orange on the other ones, and there's like orange, really bright orange flaming coming up the side on the other ones. But if you look at that, to me, that right there in person kind of looks like GHI. But you know, I just don't really know. I'm not gonna sell it as that, I guess. Right.
I don't see GHI, but I do see something dark because of the whites.
Oh, it's super white, yeah. But that's the trick, though. I have to wait until they get a little older. That way I know if they're Tofino or if they're albino. And that will tell me who the dad was.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't like the Oxlake Super in certain combinations, because you might not know, like Candino, things like that.
Yeah, I've been looking at Candino. I wanted to ask you, you mess with a lot of ultra mill. I need to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, that's a different type of albino.
But then you got this bamboo.
Little ultra mill. I got
this
some
bamboo baby that came from the albino clutch too, though. But the dad to this one is obviously the only bamboo male that I have. But he is a bamboo inchy.
You definitely got a dual. Maybe you got to try like a 3 sire clutch.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have them with all kind of dads. We got a lot of baby daddies around here.
Baby daddy.
But yeah, I mean, this is the only one that hatched out
at some point.
that wasn't a visual albino, you know. But yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty weird.
I'm thinking it might be a bamboo inchy. I mean, it might be
I'd say it's
pastel
bamboo
there,
inchy.
but there's, I don't know. I'd have to wait till it got a little bigger, but it's super yellow looking, you know. But I don't really know exactly how pastel expresses through bamboo because I don't have any bamboo pastel adults or never had babies for that matter.
I mean, I'd assume with pastel you'd see the head stamp in the eyes.
Well, it's definitely got the stripe through the eye. I don't know if you're picking it up, but it ain't gonna.
I mean, with this last clutch, I didn't have to guess on pastel. They all had to be. So it was.
And I think the eyes are green. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it could definitely be pastel, I guess.
It's got some flashing,
but
I mean,
I don't know
in those two.
But yeah, this
bamboo
is the
surprise.
only one. Yeah, it was a surprise, man. Like if you watch the egg cutting video, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, just say
every egg
it's not pastel. You'll be able to sell it quicker.
Do what now?
Say it's not pastel. You'll be able to sell it quicker.
No, yeah, that's kind of messed up.
I know. Right? No, I think I'll be able to move these leopard pastel girls just because the patterns look pretty dope.
Well, pastel, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm a pastel fan. You know what I'm saying? I've talked about this a lot.
Pastel's one of them genes you either love or you hate. Like, I mean, I kind of fell right in the middle of it because I hate it in clown, but I like it in DG and hypo. You know, I mean, I like it in certain things. I like it in Xanthic.
I'll fuck with a pastel freeway all day. I like it.
Yeah, like a pastel freeway is cool. Put some hets in that. That's a powerhouse.
Pastel clowns. Some pastel clowns out there look really nice.
Yeah, if they don't brown out.
The pastel line involved or the clown patterning that actually happens. There's a lot of polymorphism going on.
This is one of the pinstripes we hatched out this year. What do y'all think? I mean, what do y'all think's in this?
Pinstripe.
I kind of see pen. Yeah, I don't really see much anything else.
See,
I don't know. I'm gonna throw a guess and say possible pinstripe.
Maybe some het markers in there. But the color's about the same. The stripes are kind of fluid.
These pinstripes are the best eaters, man. Like, I don't know if it's just a pinstripe thing, but I don't know. They eat like fucking pigs. Look at him. He's like trying to go for my face.
All my pinstripes eat like crazy. I can say all my.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Let's document it. Let's do a study.
Yeah, my pinstripe girl don't shy away from food. She pounds it.
Yeah, I have a living blast on.
Where are you going?
A letter.
All right, Nick. I want you to do me a favor. The next time that snake sheds, I want you to take the shed and look up in the light and see if you could see her pattern in it.
All right, why is that?
Because I have one that's pos het hypo that I can't see no pattern in. And I don't know if pinstripe is something that'll come out in a shed. Like if the little line come out or anything. Mine don't. It looks like a solid snake.
I've heard of that.
Nick,
I've heard of
he's trying to get you to see the light.
With the banana ball, you can take like a little marker, and then if you see like on the shed, if you see the marker dot on the shed, then it could be hypo or not. I don't know how it rolls, but
it's visual hypo.
Well, yeah, visual hypos, the sheds will almost look bleak. But I'm saying head hypos, when you take their shed off and you hold it up to the light, you won't see none of the pattern in the shed. I don't know if it's specific snakes that do that, just the specific genes. But the two that are possible head hypo, I don't see nothing in. The two that I got that are head hypo, which are enchy, and I don't see nothing in. You know, like I seen this, and I don't know if I'm right or if I'm wrong, but I'm asking everyone to kind of do similar snakes and see what they see.
I mean, I heard it was for visual hypo where you couldn't tell, like, because all the stuff was going on. It was a little life hack that, unethical.
Ooh, that thing looks weird.
This is a mimosa inchy is what she wrote. I guess that's inchy,
Champagne inchy.
Yeah, champagne
Hypo.
inchy ghost or hypo. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll do that with this shed too, man. If
Hey,
you want.
Sierra.
And
Well,
I'll
that's a
let you
visual
know.
hypo. It's going to look all white. Guarantee
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, I've never. I think you've asked this or you said this before, but I'm
I
gonna
don't,
try.
I don't have any like.
I've said it a couple times, but I'm just trying to. I didn't know you had a pinstripe to look at her shed, or I'd asked you sooner.
Yeah, I'll
The
definitely do the
albino,
pin.
I don't. Mine's not albino, so
Yeah.
She's a chocolate hidden gene Woma pinstripe, possible special and 50% het hypo. And I think she's definitely hypo, but I'm seeing some special in her too.
Speaking of shed, look, she just shed.
Oh,
All right, hold it, let it dry out though, because that looks wet.
Yeah.
no, here, got you right here.
What's up, Sierra?
Oh wait,
I got this acid or pastel acid possible het pie.
What?
Bags of almost here, right here is a pinstripe pied het lavender, and you can see the pattern in this one right here.
yeah,
Now,
you can see the pattern. Now look at your het hypos.
so here's one right here that's peaches. That's a pinstripe pied banana, and I will tell you, I don't see much of a pattern in this.
Somebody remind me tomorrow. I gotta buy a het pie test.
But right here,
yeah.
in the neck, there's pattern right here. I can see
right
here. There's pattern.
I'm just saying, in het hypos, you won't see patterns. That's what I'm kind of getting to.
Okay.
So if you have any posh het hypo, look and see if it has pattern. And if it don't, I'm saying there's a good chance that it's going to prove out.
Okay. I have a possible het hypo. Oh no. Actually, no. I have a hypo.
Well, it would be a het hypo too, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
Well, this better dry out. Hopefully, I can buy the shed test tomorrow.
Hi, Uncle Stan.
Deal with it.
Because now you got me curious. I really want to know.
Freaking
It's something that I've noticed just in my collection. I'm like I said, there's no facts behind it, but I've seen it in these 4 snakes that 2 are het hypo and 2 are possible het. But then when I take my like shed of my gravels that aren't anything to do with hypo, or my clowns that don't have no hypo in it at all, I look at it and you can see their teardrops and certain things, and just certain things stand out in their pattern, like the blacks, stand out. Whatever's black, and
really dark.
And these hypos or het hypos, they look like a solid snake.
I can't get off that gorilla gene, man. I can't, dude. Look, I have been dreaming about.
Dude, that gorilla gene is freaking amazing.
It is amazing.
I mean, those blacks are just so black.
I was gonna say those blacks are black.
It's so black,
like a gorilla, like a fucking dark, like I don't know, like what is it, silverback gorilla, whatever.
Well, he said he's gonna try. Well, no, he said he's gonna try to make a silverback.
They're gonna make the super and call it the silverback.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I mean, are there any for sale?
No.
He said he sold that one.
Yeah, they said they sold.
Is it recessive? What the fuck is it?
No, they think it's an incomplete dominant. And the first round, they sold in bulk. So someone out there has this gene and don't know it. That's what sucks. I want to just kind of look for normals that are dark and be like, "Did you get that from Cold Blood?" I mean, I'll buy that.
That's why imports. You can't be afraid to get an import.
Right.
Some people don't want to get imports because they're usually wild caught.
Right, but if you're going to do that,
they were all in the beginning. They were all wild caught, weren't they?
Yeah, and then
if I could get that damn gorilla gene, I would get it. I would get it imported. If I could get it, you know what I'm saying. If that was the only way that I could get it, that is a bank. That is the most beautiful fucking ball python. I mean, I'm being honest. Like, I think that is probably, since I've seen it, I know it'll probably change in a fucking 2 weeks or a month, but that is the most beautiful fucking snake that I've ever seen.
I mean, how long?
Non-venomous.
How long has the person been working with it? Like multiple, generations, or is it
when did they say they did that?
I hit it again out of the same thing. You know, did they work it to try to see if it's a super or if it's just a really nice line of, you know, whatever was in the initial thing?
Oh no, I didn't watch the video. I just saw the fucking thumbnail and I was like,
I watched the video. I think they said 2018 is when they started, but don't quote me on that.
It's not really, unless you got like a bunch of it in like an import or something like that, or hatched out a bunch of it and then went through the process. You know, because there's a bunch of people, you know, just find stuff, and it could just be polymorphism too. So Bob Vu did it with the voodoo thing. That he worked it for a while. A lot of these people, you know, same with Sterling Nelson and Bat, they worked it how it's obviously something.
Well, I want that anomaly, or however the fuck you say it. I want that one.
Mimic gene is crazy too.
Yeah, I mean
the what?
That mimic gene,
See, I haven't.
That thing's crazy too.
Yeah, mimic's nice.
Seen that in person.
And it changes colors like that.
Yeah. Like it looks like albinoism as a baby, and then or vice versa. It looks like something as a baby, and when it gets older, it kind of looks like a monarch.
Right. I don't like the fading too much on it. It is a great snake, don't get me wrong, but I don't like how the changes. I wish it would have held kind of more or less, in my opinion.
That thing's crazy.
Cool gene. I'm not knocking it at all. I really like it.
I mean, I don't. I just think for something like that, you know, any of those things, you have to work it for a while. Right. You know, I'm sick and tired of like, you know, we have banana and coral glow. Well, yeah, obviously they were imported to two different people. Oh, I found it and then I named it something.
Right.
Same, you know, we have a bunch
like Blitz Trick Hurricane.
Yeah. The same thing.
HRA Lori. I mean,
a lot of stuff where it's the
was
same
it Acid Confusion?
Just depend on who.
Fire. How many lines of fire is out there? You know, how many different yellow bellies?
Line of fire. That's different.
I don't know. I will say with the coral glow thing, I feel like I can see it. I can tell the difference.
I've heard that a lot.
A bright ass, beautiful. I don't know. I'm just saying.
47 lines of fire. What up,
like
Black?
I've had them
probably about right.
Like I've had a bunch of different pictures, like side by side, and I'm like, that looks different than that fucking snake. And because I was curious, you know what I mean? Because when we got our banana, I didn't know. I was new to the game. I was like, it was our third snake we ever got, and I was looking up all that shit, and we literally had like pictures of each, like coral glow banana, what it was listed as or whatever. And I'll be damned, dude, if like I feel like the majority of the pictures look different. And I was like, so I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm tempted to buy something that's labeled as a coral glow from Kevin, and then like a male and female or some shit, and breed that and see if I can fucking tell the difference. And you know, like bam, right there.
Has anybody put coral glow and banana together and made a super, or you know?
I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't.
It could just be like a different gene, but compatible. Or you know, we're not really going to know until they do the genetic testing on it to actually see if the marker comes up in a different spot.
Facts. That's real right there. That's definitely what it is. I can say like coral glow. When I look at them, I see less spots than I do on a banana. I can
kind of. I mean, coral glow just seems like a little bit better of a line, but it could be something totally different. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, like that one specifically, I've done like a lot of looking and like trying to figure it out. And to me personally, it does look different. Now, I guess like you're saying, there's a bunch of different other ones out there. So, because they say what Ghost and Hypo is the same thing, right?
There's a couple.
Yeah, like Ghost, Hypo, Orange Ghost, like they're all
really,
lines of Hypo.
I guess what that means is it's on the same allele.
Citrus Hypo.
They're compatible. So I mean, it could be somebody got a Hypo
Ghost,
became Orange Ghost.
210 Hypo.
That quality, you know, it's
you
know what's stopping me in 10 years, 12 years, just selectively breeding the pastels that I have to come up with a really yellow, vibrant looking one, and then calling it my line, even though it's just some combination of ones I've got from other people.
Right.
I have a theory about how these different lines of Hypo is coming up too.
There's definitely better stock than others. You're definitely going to have, like, that's what I said, like the albino we got, from that breeder that we got to know real well that's local. I guess she just has really good lines because, I mean, like albinos, for instance, if you look at this albino and this albino, one is going to look better than the other, just like any other fucking line or any other gene. I mean, you take anything like that, a champagne and champagne, a fucking pastel and pastel, one of them is going to look better. And I think that does have a lot to do with selective breeding and trying to go for that one. But I don't know.
What do you got?
I just feel that when if there's something, well, now that it'll be able to be disproven because they're getting into shed tests and everything else, and eventually they're going to be able to shed test every fucking snake.
Everything.
Right.
If that snake's been out for a year, like in 4 or 5 years, they'll be able to have it within a year. You know,
I think it would be cool to send a shed test in, and they could send you a write up and tell you what it is.
So what do you guys think about with some of these genes that, like, I understand you could run them down the line so far, but like kind of like line breeding with some of these genes too, taking the brightest baby, putting it back, and then running it again, taking the brightest baby, and kind of doing the same thing, you know? And then you're like, hey, well, I got the brightest OD, or I got the brightest pastel, I got the brightest yellow.
Well, you can only do that as so far. Eventually, you're going to have to buy a really bright
You're going to have to introduce another line. And
you're going to have to introduce new stock.
Yeah, but I mean, you could be just working that into something else that's a bright.
No, yeah, totally. But we don't do that. I try not to hold anything back. If I'm being completely transparent, I don't want to hold it back. I want to get rid of it. But I don't. That is exactly what happens, though. I mean, 100%. That's what people do.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to, at least with some, I'm going to keep my Orange Ghost with Orange Ghost and keep introducing different lines of Orange Ghost to Orange Ghost. And I guarantee I'm going to get something fucking cool after about 3 or 4 breedings with Orange Ghost to Orange Ghost. I think that's the secret, because that's why you don't see it much, because not too many people do OG to OG.
Well, I mean, how many people no? I mean, I compare my clown possible het to my Mojave hypo, and you would never know what the hell one was showing the expression that if I mix and match
unless you buy visual Orange Ghost. I
mean, I can hit one this coming year if I think, or
I hope. I could just be blowing a bunch of smoke.
So do I put my Orange Ghost with my hypo?
If you want to, but I say put it to Orange Ghost. See what happens.
It's all the same.
Well, they're both really orange.
Maybe you do have a line of Orange Ghosts and they just called it hypo, or maybe you have a hybrid between a hypo and an Orange Ghost that's showing a little more Orange Ghost.
Well,
I think it's cool if you do it to normal and get the most orange fucking normal that you can make. See, to me, that's cooler than making a visual Orange Ghost. I would like to breed, if I had like Orange Ghost or one of these genes like that, I would like to breed it to normals and then line breed that and try to get the most expressive normal Orange Dream, for instance, or whatever the fuck it was. And I think that would be fun. Like, I like the ones that have no expression that are like, I guess, het. We've had that conversation, but the het term, that'll be het for this. But it's like a super, like, it's definitely not a fucking normal when you look at it. To me, if you can look at it and tell it's a normal-ish looking snake and it doesn't show it like visually, but it's still showing something and you can say, damn, that's not normal. To me, that's fucking awesome. I love that. I think that would be a cool fucking project with a gene like that. Because I've seen those like normal Orange Ghosts and stuff, and man, they look fucking killer. You know what I'm saying? I like those way better than the ones that are selling for thousands of fucking dollars,
Right. But see, that's also where like it comes into play when you're mixed matching genes together. Do you want certain genes to be stronger or less stronger than others?
Oh yeah.
More play in when you're combining them to get less pattern or more pattern to this, You're like, okay, well, this is a really strong thing at OD. If I put it this, it's really gonna probably pop and blow it over. It's not super, but it's strong. I don't know. I'm new to this, so it's just things that run through my head. And I'm like, okay, well, this probability, could this be a probability too?
Yeah, you got to be intentional, because there's certain pairings I would love to do, but the possibility of me hitting a visual Blue-Eyed Lucy, visual hypo, it's like I got to figure out what the hell else is actually in this damn snake.
Right.
And and convince somebody if I'm selling it that all these genes are in fact there.
Right.
So I'm trying to get all that stuff on one side. So when I make a blue-eyed Lucy or something where it's going to completely mess up the pattern, I can sort of control it. And I know.
Correct.
Yeah, you definitely want to research what you're putting together to an extent, because you can waste a lot of time. Like if you're doing it to make money and make beautiful, stunning, like world's first snakes and shit like that, like if that's your aspirations, then you need to, do like you're saying, but I don't know. I don't do any kind of line breeding. I'm actually just starting to do that this year with one fucking snake because I have to know. But now there's so many shed tests that I'm probably just going to do that from now on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the easy route. I mean, if you're going to run these snakes and, you're going to spend a little extra money, I mean, at the end of the day, you buy frozen like I do, what's the extra $40 to test one gene? If you really
yeah, definitely. But the thing with us is there's so much different shit. And like you were saying, if you breed this to this, you're not going to know, or you're not going to know it has this because this gene mutes everything out or washes all that out
or makes it
or
like
whatever.
A pied with a head stamp.
Yeah.
Right.
Try convincing somebody else and it's got all this other stuff. Unless it I mean, like I said, I'm going to shed test this pastel acid het clown, possible het pied, because if it is het for pied and then it's double het, and that's a lot, nicer, and then it will determine what I try to throw to them. Like,
correct.
If it is het pied, then maybe I will take my ultramel het pied male when she's ready, pair that. Hopefully, I hit a acid pastel.
Acid.
Yeah. Hopefully I hit.
I like that.
And then I can test for clown.
But see,
what do you say? Pass that acid.
Yeah.
Pass it acid.
My lesser
into a visual pied.
G-Stripe got the thumbs up for G-Stripe, so she's now a visual double head. So I'm happy about that.
But see, my theory is over time the testing price is going to drop, especially when they get more genes, right? So we all hope that it's going to drop, especially when they have 200 genes or say even 150 genes that they can test on. You would hope it would drop, but I can't guarantee
when it's just a panel of everything known to be existent.
Yeah,
see, that's what I need. I need the whole fucking panel.
What is it?
But
for $100, you get it back.
When you sell these snakes, you're also going to get, you're going to be giving the seller a certificate of all these genes. Hey, look, I had it tested. Here you go as well. And that's what I think it's really like down the line. Maybe not, 5 years or 6 years from now, but when it comes
kind of like AKC dog papers.
Like dog. It's gonna. I said this like 2 months ago on a live that I don't think we need to go that far with it. I think that's a little far where you're selling these snakes and you can get a better price out of it if you have it shed tested.
Some of them are expensive, and if like I said when we were talking about it, if I'm paying, I would never do this, but if I'm one of these investor people that spend $10,000 on a snake, I want to know that this is what the fuck it is, and I want to know from a scientist. You know what I'm saying? I want to know.
Or
if I'm buying a fucking $200, $300 snake or $100 snake, I don't give a fuck what's in it. I just know, to me visually it looks dope. So I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to
think
do
about how
shit with it. But like,
think about how these guys paid what, $5-6 grand for a clown at Desert Ghost when they first started coming out, female. I mean, now they went and spiraled down. You can get them for around $1,000 now. What's cat got?
In the ball python world, you can't buy snakes.
I mean,
when they first come out,
I'll gamble and I'll say she'll prove. So I'm going to save $50 and not get her tested for that pied.
Was that acid one?
The acid one I have to because the belly's stupid dirty, but it does increase the value of that animal, and it sort of changes what I will pair to it. Right now it's my best clown, right?
Right.
My best male clown. So whenever I can, or het clown. So I mean, with the female clown that's 400 some odd grams, like I do have the chance to make a visual clown combo that's pretty impressive to throw into that. But I think I just want to go straight double het, triple het route.
Heck yeah, why not?
Visual, shoot for the acid hides or something like that, double hats, or test for the head clown later.
What would be the third recessive you add to that?
So it would be
on the
head ultra possible het clowns or het hides.
Yes.
But if you was adding a recessive, what would you add? You said possible triple hets. Like, what do you?
I'm adding. I would be pairing the visual ultramel het pipe.
Oh, ultramel. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So that would be het, but I can get if this is het pipe, then I can shoot for the, gamble, and making my double het or my head ultramel possible, triple hets. I had to think about that in my head for a bit because it'd be.
I get what you're saying now. I just missed the word ultramel.
50 or
Clown. You running some clown.
Uh-huh.
Stan, you like clown? From what I hear.
Oh, I got shitloads of clown.
I got one with a bunch of heads and a female
Who
coming.
doesn't like clown?
Right?
I used to not like clown. I'm going to be honest. I used to not like it just because it was so expensive and it really wasn't that impressive to me when I first started seeing it, Like a normal clown to me just don't do it for me. Like just a regular fucking clown, it just don't do nothing for me. But like I like what it does to other shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was saying earlier, we're going to get on the clown wagon late as fuck, like a decade late or more. But we're gonna start buying some clowns now that they're not ridiculously priced, just to try to get some cool looking shit,
It's
We
not.
don't even have any visual clowns. We'll just make a visual.
Right. But it's also not bad to have a normal clown around for whatever extra genes.
Oh
I'm a male and a female
that's what I'm
visual.
saying.
Bunch of
Yeah.
heads.
But at the time, they were like a shit ton of money just for a normal visual clown, And I'm like, if anybody knows me, I'm a cheap bastard. I'm not. If I can make it, I'm gonna make it. If I can get a fucking discount, I'm getting that discount. So I'm not gonna spend a lot of money on a snake. So that was not an option, and that's why it took so long for us to get pods, just because the fucking price never really goes down. So we had to build our collection up, and then trade for pods or sell babies and buy pods or whatever whatever we want. But that's why we breed, so we can buy rats, frozen rats for the year, and fucking whatever kind of project we want to do. And clowns is next on the list, I think. Like I said, now that they're not, I mean, you can get like a normal clown. I've seen them for like $150, $175 without shipping. I mean, I guess pretty damn good, considering, I don't know, a few years ago they were, what, a few thousand.
That's going back. But I mean, there's certain stuff just since I've been in this that I bought as a hatchling when I started that I've now been able to pay the same amount or less for a proven breeder of the same, same thing. Maybe Visual hat. It's like, what the hell?
That's why you can't breed based on the market, because the market, with new snakes, every time unless the breeder is very smart and strategic and plans this shit out, the market's gonna get fucking flooded and that shit's gonna drop. So if you're doing it to get rich, do what you like, or not rich, but if you're doing it to make a profit, I should say, then do what you like and what you think is beautiful and put all your fucking passion into that and make beautiful fucking normals if that's what you want to make. I mean, you got to know you're only going to sell them for a certain amount. But if you're doing what you like and you're not constantly under the stress of, well, I got to get this new snake. Well, it's fucking $6,000, but I mean, I can get a fucking title loan. Like, don't do shit like that. Like, I mean, if you've got the money, definitely, if that's what you want to do. But for me, it's just not. I'm not doing that.
Kind of like KG said. Like, look, there's no difference between me and you. I just got a little bit more money to play with. So if I have cash, you go buy the same thing.
Our definition of a little is that
we're still doing the same thing for what we love and everything else. It's just that's how some people can do it.
Think about it. If you go buy that fucking $10,000 snake, right? Like, let's say the gorilla is $10,000. Ken just said that supposedly they sent out a clutch that had that in it, they think. Well, if that fucking had it in it, and those people that got it breed it, and then they kept it back.
They wholesale them.
They fucking breed it. Everybody's going to sell them at one time because they're going to see I don't know how much it would be, but let's just throw 10,000 on it.
Yep.
Let's say that snake's 10 G's. So every fucking, maybe they'll sell maybe 20, maybe for 10 G's. But
that was for female.
As soon as that shit happens, it's gonna fucking drop. Like year or 3 years later, however long it takes for those snakes to get big enough. And by the time your snakes get big enough, if it's one of them genes, like a really expensive gene like that, and the market floods, you're fucked. You just spent $10,000 on a fucking snake that you can now get 4 years later for $300.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It will literally drastically change that fast.
Well, if you look at the reason clown's so cheap now, if you look at morph market, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like whether they're hets or full clown, there's like 11,000, almost 12,000 on morph market that are just in the clown gene itself.
Everybody trying to follow Kabelka and make that.
It's flooded. Everybody's got clown.
I tell you,
not me.
Some clown
stuff.
Nick, you are a clown. You don't need any.
Thank you.
Expecting a big return.
You add your own stuff in there. Add a less common gene so that your clown whatever combo. Well, that one stands out. Well, it's got bongo in it. Shit, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
Well, we need a leopard het clown. If there's a couple other genes in there, we'd be good with it too.
Well, like clown and bamboo, I don't know. I'm sure it exists, but I imagine that combo, like something like that, would be fucking sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the bamboo pattern, you don't think I haven't even looked it up, to be honest. That was just the first thing that came to my mind.
It reduces, so it's not like all crazy, and it's just like a lighter, like color of the bamboo, like them tans and real dark. It's got contrast, but it's not impressive. Now, put some shit to it, and it can be.
Right.
I mean, if we're all making the same stuff or trying to make these same higher end.
17,426 clowns on morph market.
That is probably over a quarter of the available ball pythons on morph market, which is something.
How are you going to sell a clown right now?
Unless it's like up higher end stuff. Like, don't.
You got to mark it down.
Yeah, but even higher end stuff, you got to remember something with higher end stuff. Who's buying it? It's only going to be a breeder.
That's why
you gotta have pet quality animals too. I mean,
I get that, and that's going to be all the stuff I miss on.
I just want to say, everybody that talks shit about Pastel, Pastel was like a $40,000 snake at one point.
Bananas were 20,000.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? Like these genes, like albinos, 80 grand or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like everything drops. But like we were saying the other night, pods, they stay pretty consistent. You know what I mean? They stay relatively consistent. I mean, you can get a pod normal for, depending on the weight, I guess 300, 350 for a good healthy year. I don't know. I mean, I know what we pay for ours, but I don't know what the market is. But they're not as expensive as they were, but they're not fucking dirt cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like they've never really went
leopard pod. I can get a leopard pod from a guy close to me right now. Males are 150, females are 175.
Oh my
God.
That's crazy. I don't.
Because all my friends that come over here and see my pods, that's the main snake they love the most. I can
they love it.
Thing out the drawer
every time. Pod or an albino.
Right. Pod or albino. Yeah. Or
blue every single time.
Oh, this pinstripe, quintuple head. They're like, who gives a shit about that? Yeah. It's not, as cool as a pied.
Right.
I'm hoping for a white snake with these two bamboos.
I don't know if it's all
I'm about to breed them for the first time this year, and I'm trying for a white snake bad.
I think that,
like I said, like we have pinnacles that we're trying to build up. Like this year was albinos. Really wanted to hatch some pretty badass banger albinos, and I think I did it, and I'm happy with it. So next year it's going to be like a white snake. Like all my focus, Morgan's focus is on her projects, but my focus is going to be on a white fucking snake. So however I have to do it, I'm going to do it. Because I have a solid white snake, but it's that rat snake. But I want a solid white ball python,
Heck yeah. Are you shooting for a Lucy or are you shooting for something else besides a Lucy?
Probably a blue-eyed Lucy.
Yeah.
So Russo to Russo, you get white diamond, don't you?
Yeah, Russo to Russo, or white whiting or white diamond, one of them.
Yep.
Yeah,
White
I mean, some of
diamond,
them
I think.
aren't actually all white.
Well, there's a lot in that complex, you know,
My
in
super
the
butter
white snake
pastel had a head
complex.
stamping pattern.
What I like in that combo is the lesser phantom. It's called a karma. I want to see what it looks like in clown.
I have to bring that leucistic albino rat snake we got out one night and show y'all. That son of a bitch is like pearl white, man. I mean,
Nice.
That albino's sick.
it's
You can see
awesome.
that white albino is nasty.
It just looks like a white phone. It's so white. I can see a shadow. I can see its shadow under it. It's so white.
Yeah.
God, that's so-
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like them white snakes. People like white snakes and they like solid black snakes.
That's a white diamond. That's a white diamond. Yeah, that's sick. I had to look it up.
King Diamond.
She had to look it up real quick. I was like, that's sick. That's that white. Put up against a white wall, you never see it sitting there.
That's that Miami
white,
over the
bleach
shore white.
Whoa.
That's that straight off the boat shit.
Cubano over here.
Oh, there you go. There's the
You guys are crazy.
Well, that's sick. Super
That's
Russo.
nice.
Super Russo is
And I'm
nice.
probably about to go in here and eat some ho-hos and ha-has.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm getting pretty tired, and I'm sitting here getting hot as shit.
Yeah,
I think we about done.
I
I think we about done for the evening. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
I've been staring that way.
What's that?
I've been watching the game intermittently.
Oh.
Just chiming in.
All right, chat. The 8 of you out there that stuck around all night. You fucking rule.
Okay.
There.
Till next time.
Till next
Bye,
week,
y'all.
RWO, baby.
RWO.
Live.
Woo!
Later, everybody.